Hello there, this is Reece Russell, and you're watching the weekly Steelchair. Once again, you're tuning to the Just For You Guys podcast brought to you by myself, Josiah, and Temple as we look back on this week's professional wrestling. Come and join as we discuss, we predict, we review, we do all of that on this show, and we have fun conversations with our chat, our community. This is the Just For You Guys podcast live on the weekly Steelchair, brought to you on YouTube. Enjoy.
Just three. Reece and Josiah and Temple's podcast, and there is no more guys, just three. Just three guys. Go.
What burner account? What dross are you on about now? What's happening, folks? Welcome back to the Just For You Guys podcast on the weekly Steelchair, where we talk about pro wrestling. You lot talk about cream pies for some reason. But we're going to have a bit of a laugh, talk some wrestling. Josiah will be here shortly. Catherine might show because she gets to abuse Hangman, which is completely valid. And we'll just get on with things. But Temple, how are we? Chat, how are we doing?
Not so bad, mate. What about everyone in the chat? All good?
Aye, relatively alright, aye.
It wasn't my audio this week, was it, Reece?
Yeah, it was definitely his audio. I want to hear Catherine abuse Thunder. I mean, she can do. I suppose before we even get started on anything, Catherine has actually produced a new article, and it's actually really good. Like, it's actually a really insightful one. Although, I don't think many would have expected it. Well, actually, to be fair, I kind of did, because I said it was okay. So, Catherine produced an article this afternoon. I actually have read it. I really do like it. But it is actually called "How Does Cream Pie and Professional Wrestling Go Together?"
You know,
It's actually we did speak about it, and she actually messaged me about it. And I was actually, you know what, go for it.
he's popping in the chat this week. Chester's in. Abel, I can see him. Carl.
Yeah.
Catherine's in here.
Fernando, Maria, all the usual suspects.
Maria.
But Dan's in as well. Also, we need to address one thing.
Firestar. Is that?
Yes, Dan.
If I'm missing anyone, I do apologise. Welcome in, guys.
No, I do not, Fernando. Yeah, last night was something.
Yeah, something.
I had to really chill because you lot are bloody bizarre, and I say that with great respect. Last night was, in some ways, fun, and in some ways very unexpected. But we get through with it. It's not going to be like it was last night, but I do encourage everyone to have fun. All right, like, this is not a dictatorship. This is, well, technically it is. I'm in charge, but you can certainly have a laugh because that's the whole point. But I do want to ask one question, right? And I just want people to really just give me an honest answer.
You know what I mean? I don't sugarcoat anything. I give everyone my opinions. And
I
if you
don't
don't
lie.
like it,
That's how it is. Like, I've always been like that. I've always been like that. I say things how they are. And if you don't agree with it, then I've always said leave. Like, I don't tell people what to do. I encourage them to do what they feel is right. But I want people to just answer one question and put your bias aside. What is it that, according to people, makes Tony Khan a clown? Because I actually want to discuss people as in general. Like, I want to discuss lead bookers as well tonight, as well as we review this show. Like, people who really do.
What do they call him a clown for, though? That's the thing.
Like, because you can see how people think about other people, and reality really steps in.
I want to know why do they call Tony Khan a clown, though? What's he done to you that to offend you?
Josiah, you're contractually obligated when I tell you. You're a co-host. You're expected to be there when I tell you.
No, genuine question. What has people done?
What
has Tony Khan done to them for them to say like he's a clown or whatever they say?
That is for me an honest question. And Fernando, that is the most honest comment of the night we're going to see when it comes to human beings. Bruce Pritchard is the real clown of wrestling. I agree.
Is it because he mishandles talent or something, Tony Khan, or is it something totally different?
I think, and this is my theory, okay? I know I put in the chat about how neurotic he is and he's got all that, and that he does have his own.
Yeah, like every promotion booker.
This is a guy who really does take pride in everything he does, which is a rare thing. Like, in terms of like all the stuff he does do, I mean, this guy works an excessive amount of hours when it comes to what he does and what he owns and what he's involved in. But the one thing I will say about him, and this is probably his greatest flaw, and it's not me attacking him as a person before anyone claims, oh, you're attacking him. I'm not. I think his biggest problem is he's probably the most naive adult you'll ever come across. I think he's far too naive. And that's probably because of it. Maybe his upbringing, and maybe just the fact that he just wants to be a people pleaser, or he just wants to be somebody who respects everyone that works with. It's an automatic pin. It's a pin chat, Catherine. So on the Discord, it's on the top. On the top, it'll have like a Fred's icon. Then it's got a pin tack. Just click on that, and then it'll bring you to this. So I think to call him a clown automatically says more about you than anything else. When I look at other people, like there are people in wrestling who absolutely, definitely deserves to be called a clown. Vince McMahon is one of them.
Anyone a clown, really? But
yeah, like Vince McMahon is 100% a clown.
Yeah, what he did,
other things,
what he did behind the scenes and shit like that. Yes, he's an absolute dick for what he did, but
absolutely,
we grew up with Vince, and
yeah, like there's realities. I think he's very naive. I will say this: I do think Tony Khan is extremely naive, and I do feel bad for him in a way because when you look at it, he really wants to look after everybody.
What do you think the IWC call him a clown? Is it his way of his bookings? Is it?
I think that is it. I mean, Chester seems to claim this, but he says random matches, no build or no storytelling. Chester, I'm going to ask you something that I put to someone who used to be a member of this chat until he abused everybody in here, and I gave them a lot of chances for it. I shouldn't have done it, and I'm similar to this. Like I give people a lot of chances. Your word for word, Chester, and I like having Chester involved in chats. That's why I don't want anyone to be booted out of a chat. But you're starting to act like the guy, not the guy, the guy. Remember him? Used to be in the chat. Used to anything that was WWE, it was amazing. Anything that's AEW is wrong. And then he would say, oh, I stopped watching the product this period of time because it doesn't appeal to me. But then he still kept providing input when it didn't really have an impact. You say no building, no storytelling.
I can just say one thing now to just shut up all the people who said that Tony Khan can't book or do long-term storytelling. Do you remember when Andrade debuted? Who did he attack?
Kenny Omega.
Right, so what happened last night? He beat Shane Strickland. Who's he going against next week?
Kenny Omega.
There we go.
And they'll get a contender.
And the reason why you couldn't do that after he debuted because somebody in the WWE put on a non-compete clause,
a non-contractual,
so he couldn't do what he wanted to do. What Tony Khan thinks Andrade is a top star, which in my opinion he is. In my opinion, so Andrade did attack Kenny Omega. He couldn't do what he wanted to do with Andrade because of the compete clause that somebody in WWE put him on. He had to go all the way to Mexico to do some more dates because he wasn't allowed to go in the United States to do stuff for AEW. So he went back to AEW, joined the Don Callis family, and then last night he beat Shane Strickland, one of the top guys in the company.
Yeah,
and he's going to facing Kenny Omega next week to possibly face MJF.
I also have this question asking. It's quite good that Catherine's joined us as well because this is something really interesting. And Maria, you know what? I will say this, right? At least Maria in the chat has come in with a very fair comment. No abuse, just fair comment. Before I give what I was going to say, I just want to read this out. I don't like how Tony Khan cools off talent after huge moments, like what he did with Private Party and Wardlow, and he's doing it with Kyle O'Reilly right now. You have to admit this is a problem. You know what? I'm not going to argue. I've been on shows with Catherine like this before. I've actually been in chats with Catherine on other podcasts, and me and Catherine have agreed on this. Catherine, am I right? We've done that?
Yes.
And do we agree Tony Khan notoriously is bad for cool-off moments?
Yes.
But is he learning?
Do you think it's going to happen to Ciampa?
I'm not sure. And I don't want to jump ahead on it and say, yes, it's going to happen to Ciampa. I don't want it to, because Ciampa's deserved a main event in the other company for well over 10 years, and he got stuck with somebody who's useless.
He's not exactly useless. Like
he is now.
He's been technically stuck in a tag team with him. Not being what we think he is, as in like a main eventer.
Yeah,
I think Ciampa's a main event for me.
Yeah, but respectfully, you'll agree that in terms of
he has been stuck to freaking Gargano's freaking,
and Gargano's been irrelevant for years. Like the last time, in my opinion.
Can I say this to Maria's comment?
Of course you can.
She mentioned Private Party. A lot of the issue with Private Party is they did not want to improve their in-ring wrestling ability.
No one's saying you're arguing, Chester. This is a debate. Like, this is a good thing. This is the difference between our podcast
and the problem with Wardlow is Wardlow gets hot and then Wardlow gets injured.
Yeah, the reason why that is because, in my opinion,
he's
I like
too big.
Tony Khan. I like Tony Khan. I like AEW. I like all wrestling. I even like WWE, but I don't like the way they're booking at the minute. So,
notice how that's
the reason with that is because, in my opinion, Tony Khan can't book big men.
I think it really does. I think I'm going to add to your
point.
He's
improving on how he's booking his big man.
I think he really is, and the reason why I think he's paying attention. I think he's paying attention to certain big talent because he's aware that he has failed.
Brody King, for example.
Yes, he has realized he has failed with talent. Here's Josiah.
I think it's like 3 years too late for Brody King. I think he should have been the top star when he was in when he was in House of Black.
Yeah, but you couldn't realistically do that because Aleister Black, who's an absolute weapon, was holding Brody and Buddy back. Why do you think all of a sudden when he left, all of a sudden they were getting more opportunities, they would actually be more free. They were getting told, by the way, you're not taking this storyline. Like, that is a problem from someone.
I think the story with Aleister Black or Malachi when he was there, apparently the only reason why he was doing tags and trios because he was injured, but he's in WWE doing in program with Damian Priest, so that's a bit false.
He definitely, Aleister Black wasn't injured. He was doing what Ray Phoenix was doing when he wanted out. He was deliberately saying no to creative. And I'm sorry, but if you're being offered creative, whether it's good or bad, if you're being presented with something, it's your job. You have to take it.
It's not this week. It's this week.
Yes, on Saturday. Yes, on Saturday. Like, I've said this like plenty of times, and I stand by this. If that had been one of us, we all work here. If we all individually said, if we like whatever we're doing at our work, if we were told there's something you have to do today, you may not like it. If you say no, what happens? That's not a trick question. That's
probably you get down in the Econada of like if you was a main eventer and if you seen that you're not doing what the
no, I'm talking about a regular day job. Say like you're a chef and you were told to make something, but then you turn around and said no. What happens? What would happen?
Reduction in your pay and maybe fired.
Yeah, you'd be out in your arse. Like,
I mean, it depends on what you're saying no to. Like, they're not just going to fire you.
If you're being asked to just do a particular job, like part of your own role, but you're asked to do something, and then all of a sudden you just say no. Like you just say no. You're gonna get.
I'm a head chef, and I've done it to someone. It's like, can you please do this, please?
Yeah, the way you do.
And they said no, and I was like, okay, then fair enough.
What's up, Zach?
Office.
Everyone in the chat's basically getting it. You get busted. It's like Catherine won't let me be healed because my Jesus Christ, Abu. I do not want to see that. Everyone is going to hate this, but I think Ciampa should beat Mark Briscoe. I've got no problem with that, by the way. I think that'd be a good way to cement him straight away.
And then people online will say, "Oh, it's just a TNT title," and all that bullshit.
They probably would. But here's the thing: there's certain talents that you want to cement, and the good thing about it is if you put that on him, it doesn't hurt Mark Briscoe. He's actually any bracket you want to use him, he's fine. And then will let you lead to the question: will Tony Khan cool off on Ciampa?
I've got a feeling that he will lose Ciampa on Collision, and then they're going to revisit the Cal Fletcher Matt Briscoe because
it's a recurring story, which is understandable. I think how far could you take it is important, and that's the reality. Dan says ideally all these companies needs one to take their level of content to a new one and see their rivals react. Till then, booking are going to be very inconsistent. That's actually a very reasonable take. Just look at New Japan, for example. They were getting their arse kicked for like 6 months off Noah. And everything, creative in-ring matches and the actual stadium attendances, which if you actually want to talk about genuineness, that is competition within something that makes sense. I think I think Tammy had a drone kill him. We shall see. But in essence, like, I'm going to go back to the question, and I wanted to get Josiah, I want to get your opinion, and I want to get Catherine your opinion as well, and try and think of this one without getting hot and bothered, Catherine. So remember, not hot and bothered, just the answer. So this is the question, and Maria gave a fair answer, which I actually admire and respect. I like that. What I want to know is, to you, what is it that just makes Tony Khan a clown? The perceived thing that he is apparently a clown. What is it to you, or is it just simply it's a cop out? I didn't kick you out, Temple. I don't know what happened. I'm too busy.
I think it's a combination of it being a cop out and also this whole notion that he's more of a friend than a boss.
Yeah, that's why I believe that he is more of a friend than a boss, but that doesn't make him a clown. Oh, I've seen this. Yeah, what's his name? James Romero, who does the podcast with like Shane. Well, he did Shane Douglas. He does like, he does the podcast with Dutch Mantel, etc. He actually did a video on this, saying don't expose the business, which is quite funny because he's doing it in a podcast.
Yeah,
you got yourself kicked out. That was not me. I don't know, mate. That was not me. But yeah, Taker's. He said on his show. He said on his own podcast, "Don't expose the business," and he's getting called out for it, saying, "Mate, you're the one going out doing interviews, and you're doing this and that." And I'm like, "You're the one that's
got sent to
exposing it."
Suplex Twitter. I got more than sent to Suplex Twitter, mate.
Don't.
Christ. I don't know why it keeps doing this to me. It's probably this fucking
it's your hard drive, mate.
Bullshit, isn't it?
It's your
I
hard.
can't hear Reece for shit.
It's your hard drive. You can definitely hear me. Don't start that again. It's definitely you, not me. Don't you blame me, boy. And with Tony Khan, my main issue will always be as soon as WWE release someone, he's always straight on it, like we can make this work rather than finding new talent. That's a fair comment. That's not a bad thing. I mean, I have put the statistics actually in the chat over how big each American roster is, plus New Japan, if you want a New Japan statistic. So, so here's some factual evidence for everybody, because numbers are a good thing. Josiah was crunching numbers yesterday. Now I'm going to give him numbers to get his eyes on it. So the current roster size, including wrestlers, agents, and any other crew in a company, AEW has 207. WWE has 215. New Japan has 93. And TNA has 76. But apparently one roster's too big. Is it just the problem in general is the business just doesn't know what the actual size for a roster is?
It depends.
I think so.
I think so as well. Plus, if we do have a big roster, and
there's more talent on SmackDown, by the way. Like SmackDown has 63 compared to Raw.
Half of them don't even get used.
Yeah. So here's the question.
Half of the AEW talent don't really get used, really. They're always on Collision or Ring of Honor or whatever. But at least they're getting used on other platforms.
Yeah. So if you look at just the three main brands of WWE, Raw has 62 talents, SmackDown has 63, NXT has 75.
Don't forget AAA because they're a part of WWE now. So.
Oh, who cares? No. Not important. Not important.
Evolve
has 45 on Evolve.
What, Roman Reigns?
Speaking of Roman Reigns, Josiah sent me something that was funny.
Uh-oh.
I think that's Temple being told that after tonight's show we're going to get beaten.
Who off?
Who is that?
Josiah's kid, probably.
Josiah doesn't have a kid. He's single.
Is it your brother?
No.
Oh, is it?
No.
That's
my sister's one.
Oh,
well, there you go. So you owe him an apology. It's Josiah's kid. No.
Yeah, you're saying that have a kid, you never know.
He doesn't have it. Josiah, in adult literal terms, he's still a baby.
Bless him.
Like, he is a young adult. A good man, but a young adult. No, what was talking about there when he mentioned Roman Reigns, Abel, was really funny. Josiah sent me something earlier. Somebody asked Grok or something to remove like the worst wrestler from a picture, and it's Roman Reigns, The Rock, of all people, Cristiano Ronaldo, John Cena, Cody Rhodes, and Randy Orton. Am I missing one?
Yeah, Brock Lesnar.
Brock Lesnar, and somebody asked Grok to remove the worst wrestler from that picture, and they removed Cody Rhodes. Even though Roman Reigns was in the picture, which I still think is absolutely funny, he removed Cody Rhodes. It's almost as if the universe is correct about Cody Rhodes. That he is absolute crap. He is absolute gutter shit.
To the point where they're keeping footballers.
Roman Reigns isn't winning the Royal Rumble. I hope not.
He is the favourite to win the Rumble, by the way.
Yeah.
He won't win it, but he is the favourite.
Who do you think's going to win it, though?
It's probably going to be, well...
Can't be Sami Zayn because
Brock Lesnar.
That would make you very happy, wouldn't it?
I don't even think they know who's winning the Rumble. I don't think they even know. It wouldn't surprise me if the Rumble winner be decided on the day.
I don't
Or during the match.
Like, out of nowhere, like,
Or during the match.
Like LA Knight or something new.
He won't win it. He's been told for years it's his year, but it'll never happen. Here's a funny fact for you. Guess what was no. Guess what was officially finished today?
Breaker?
The Rumble Arena.
Yep. Officially today, the stadium that's hosting the Royal Rumble on Saturday was only finished completion of structure today.
And SmackDown's going to be there tomorrow.
How is Sami Zayn going to win the Rumble if he goes and loses against Drew McIntyre? Him winning the Rumble after he loses to Drew McIntyre wouldn't make any fucking sense in the world.
Because that's exactly what Brock Lesnar did. He had a title match, lost it, and went to the Rumble and won it. Then he won the Chamber because he's an absolute colossal freak.
It still doesn't make sense to me, in my opinion, but it is what it is.
It's basically, if he can't do one, he'll do the other as a logic. And yes, Brock did declare for the Rumble on the Punter show, which annoyingly is back soon.
What even happened?
He'll probably be
the
there
Royal
as well.
Rumble is not the Royal Rumble to me anymore. What happened to the...
He'll probably be there as well.
Do you think the Royal Rumble's lost its appeal?
Well, the Rumble?
Yeah, the Rumble's lost its appeal, hasn't it? Come on.
No, I wouldn't say that.
Yeah, but
I think it's lost its appeal. I think it's only lost its appeal this year because it's in Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I agree with that. I
agree
with that.
Declaring yourself in the Rumble, shouldn't a Royal Rumble entrant be like a surprise or a fucking, what do you call it?
Well, not all of them, no.
It's okay to have a few people declare themselves for the Rumble. That's not a bad thing. That's a good thing.
How many people have been declared? Half the field, probably.
In terms of numbers, yes. But in terms of actually on TV, only like 4 or 5 people on TV have actually declared.
It'd be funny if Jericho doesn't even debut at the Rumble. I think
he won't be there. He won't be there, but I have a feeling I know who will be there, and Josiah won't like me bringing the name up.
I've got something on Jericho. I've heard through the grapevine that Tony Khan has frozen his contract.
Because of injury time.
Mm-hmm.
I like that though. People moan about that, but he actually, if somebody's injured, you put a freaking timestamp on his contract because he was injured.
Yeah. So
I agree with that.
So the Rumble that I won't be watching, there's 4 matches for Saturday. There's 4 matches announced. In terms of the Royal Rumble themselves, the women have...
Yeah, Jericho's doing Fozzy and
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16. 17 have been announced for the Women's Rumble, and 17 have been announced for the Men's Rumble as of today.
Can you close the window, please? Thank you.
It's probably going to throw you out of it during the show.
What's up, Roy Sheen? How you doing, Roy Sheen?
Please.
The names for the Rumble at the minute, there's 13 unannounced for both Rumbles, but in terms of both matches, there's no one in either match that's actually interesting.
I don't want this to happen, but what if Logan swerves the Vision and eliminates Braun and wins? If Logan Paul wins the Rumble, I would probably cancel Netflix.
I think Tammy would murder you if you cancelled Netflix, because how is she then going to stop? How is she going to then watch TV?
What types of TV?
Good point. She's like staring at me with her daggers at the minute. Because it's a... What?
Dude, Jesus, come on. a Marco Rubio impersonation. Jesus Christ. Fozzy was my go-to band when I was pulling all-nighters writing papers.
Is there something guy doing a Marco Rubio impression? Well, enough with the drinking. I've been here 2 minutes and he's drowned the entire later. What the fuck?
Josiah is quick when it comes to drinking, man. When he's in a bad mood. But he's actually in a good mood because Liverpool won last night, so he's in a good mood. So I'm surprised he's going quick.
And I have you know, there's still half of it left. And it's not, and it's aloe vera.
What are you drinking? What is it?
He's drinking aloe. Say aloe. Aloe vera drink.
Aloe vera drink.
I actually agree. If it's true, if this is true that he has frozen Jericho's contract, then good for him. Although in circumstance, it makes no point anyway because Jericho's going to be out for the first 5 months of the year anyway because of Fozzie's touring all the way till the end of May. So it makes no sense whatsoever just to freeze a contract to keep paying for somebody who won't be available for 5 months.
Yeah, Tony's doing what I would do if I was in like a wrestling company in real life. If somebody's contract, I'd do the same.
You know who they should have.
People online will say, "Oh, what are you doing that for?" Well, it's called a business at the end of the day.
You know whose contracts they should have frozen? They should have frozen Penta and Ray Phoenix's contracts. They're the ones they should have frozen. Because look at what they've done to them now. They've ruined them. Or as Stewie says, they're ruined. They're ruined. But yes. But I suppose we should get some preliminary thoughts. What did you lot think of Dynamite last night?
It was interesting.
Define it.
Good call, really. Well, the main event was a good call. I actually was shocked with the main event winner.
Yeah, surprising result there.
It's a good that someone's actually taking freaking care of Andrade.
Buried. Yeah, buried.
I don't like that word, really.
I like it because when it's accurate. Maria says it was a great show. That's fair. Speaking of not so great shows, there will be a not so great show this evening, and it's not this one.
If you're not watching TNA, go watch the Temple on replay. There you go.
Honestly, I actually, considering what they'll do tonight, I will laugh my ass off. Bring back Buried Alive matches. They can't do that anymore.
We're not allowed to use the term anymore.
Yeah, which just shows how bad.
Reason why they're not allowed to put
cancel
them
culture
in the game.
Cancel
casket matches in the game.
It's fucking cancel culture. That's the problem. Like that's another thing, but it's also like the fact is people are like, oh, it doesn't fit in this reality, even though it actually does.
I think Dynamite was really good. I liked the main event. That was good. There was kind of swerved me because I knew what was going to happen coming into the actual Dynamite show. I thought Kenny Omega was going to absolutely kill Rock Romero. Why the fuck's he on the show against one of the best in the world? I haven't got a clue. Which was discussed yesterday.
That meltdown I had, honestly, I'll still stand by. That was absolutely worth it.
Apparently, it was a mini tournament. What in the world has Rocky Romero got to do with a world title?
It wasn't. It was more involved.
It was more for the contenders to win matches.
Yeah. Another TNA car crash, and the car crash will be the Feast or Fire reveal.
No, that will be BDE versus Nick Nemethal.
No, that's the match. Car crash. The actual the non-physical car crash will be Feast or Fired.
Yeah, when Trey Miguel gets fired, it's going to be hilarious.
It's not going to be Trey Miguel.
That would be hilarious. So that would be.
As much as it would be funny, but it's not him. Because he's actually
Steve Macklin or something. Probably one of them. Steve in it. He'll probably get fired and signed with AEW.
It's either going to be Steve Macklin or Eric Young.
It's the only way I see it being Eric Young is if Eric Young decides that he's now officially ready to retire, which I wouldn't blame him. The guy has been carrying TNA for a long time, and not in good ways, but he has still been doing it. But the TNA lighter schedule does help him, but he does need to call it a day. I think it is Steve Macklin, though.
Yeah, because his wife's in AEW / Ring of Honor.
I don't even think it's to do with his wife. As much as I would like to see him go to Ring of Honor or AEW because of it, I just think he's burnt out. Look at all he did last year. He was one of TNA's most active talents last year, which is not something he's done in quite a while.
I don't know why Tony Khan. Why did they fire? Why did they sign the Rascals and then fired Miguel? It was something like he said 10 years ago.
Yeah, that wasn't Tony's decision. That was made above him. That was made above Tony Khan. Abel, you're gonna like my response.
Feed the crap, man, Christ.
You're gonna like my response to your comment, Abel. In fact, everybody will actually like the comment I'm about to say.
Eric Young to retire and then go into Hall of Fame TNA.
Yep.
That'd be nice.
And then I know for a fact this is true.
Probably will, to be fair.
No, I know he will, because he told me.
If I was in the wrestling business, I would refuse a Hall of Fame induction.
He told me in person. I asked him about Hall of Fame inductions, TNA, or if he was in WWE, would he have wanted to? And he says, I generally don't care because it's the most pointless thing in the business.
Really?
Yeah, he told me that to my face. I spoke to him for 35 minutes, and that was the last thing he said before we shook hands and parted ways. Really nice guy. And that was after I had a conversation with Deonna Purrazzo, let's just say.
So, what did you guys think of Dynamite? Anyway, as we were speaking about it.
I thought it was good, except for one match. And you probably can figure out what that match was.
The Hangman one.
Wait, he had a match?
No.
To be fair,
Kenny Omega and Rocky Romero by any chance?
No, she's talking about Tekla versus Statlander.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah.
I like Tekla anyway.
They got that horribly
I like Tekla
wrong
too, but a lot of this is going to fall on Statlander when you get to the match.
Yeah, I agree. They got it badly wrong, and also I'm going to say this as well.
I know he's saying they got it wrong and Tekla should have won the time, but it's a random fucking Dynamite. Like they should have waited for the match and built it a bit more for a pay-per-view type of thing.
No, it was the right thing to actually put on her now, and the reason why they should have put on her now is because Statlander is really not doing well as the women's champion.
Like I said, she's like the female Hangman Page. She's a good chaser instead of.
That's what I've said. Yeah.
I think they should have just waited until like Australia or something instead of a random Dynamite.
Well, and you also heard the crowd get behind Tekla last night, and that should have been key to TK right then. Okay, I'm gonna have to pull this belt off a Stat and give it to Tekla right now.
Should have pulled.
But the problem with Tony Khan is he does not pivot unless he is absolutely forced to, which is usually caused by injury.
Yeah, which I will say that is a good testament to himself, but it's also bad in terms of.
Should have waited, me in my opinion. Just a random Dynamite, putting the title on someone on a random Dynamite. They should have built this until like I don't know, Australia Grand Slam.
There's nothing wrong with a random Dynamite even a random Monday Night Raw, for example. There's nothing wrong with these title changes, or title matches in a way we actually make it, as long as you make it work. That's why I said like they got it so badly wrong on the anniversary show of Raw. They should have done, even though everybody knew who it was, they should have done the Austin Theory match reveal on the Raw Netflix anniversary, and Braun Breaker wins the world title. They got that massively wrong because CM Punk is not doing good as champion with it, and that's a simple fact.
And to be honest, I'd rather see Thekla versus Megan Bayne for the title than Megan Bayne versus Statlander for the title.
I'll tell you one thing as well. I don't want to see them make a move for. I don't want to see them make like a quick move from. I think that's Catherine telling her dog to keep the Hangman stuff away.
No, I'm telling my son to get that nasty fucking Man U jersey off of me.
Yes, Brendan. Get in, son. Remind your mother. You do know
I got a Man City shirt.
Yeah, burn it, or use it as arse roll when you need to go for a crap. That's what Man City shirts should be used for. I mean, I'm not going near my parents' one. I want to keep my head on my shoulders.
We're going to go through the entire Dynamite review.
We will be,
match, start from beginning and then to end, like a book.
We're going to go through it, but we're not going to go like an absolute eternity. But we'll just we'll go like little recaps and enjoy it. But we'll see. We'll discuss along the way and have some fun. And Maria, that's a fair point about the Briscoes as well. That's the only reason why as we said the other day, that's the only reason why Mark Briscoe's on AEW is sadly because his brother's deed. Like it's painful, but
much to the main because he's probably not here anymore.
If his brother had still been alive, Mark Briscoe wouldn't have been in AEW.
Or a singles guy.
Yes.
Same with if Jimmy never got injured, Jay, so wouldn't be this fucking big.
Yep. I enjoyed it, Tina. I enjoyed it. Did you watch it? As someone who can't use my legs, I can't get behind any sport predicated on feet. That makes sense because your country's concept of football isn't even football, so that at least makes sense. Don't come for me, Americans. Don't come for me.
Is that Nick in it? Yeah.
It is, yeah.
Nice.
TK is a philanthropist, hence how he books AEW most of the time. That's true. Yeah, this is just tragic. Only kidding, Catherine. It's your choice. We know why you've got the Fulham one. It's because you really can't get your hands behind Tony Khan as much as you'd like. And Man City's just to piss off Brendan, which I think is absolutely funny, to be fair. Good. I'm glad you enjoyed it, Tina. Okay, so let's
digest this Dynamite.
Yes, let's digest some Dynamite, and let's make sure that we skip the first one really quickly because Catherine will end up using the women's blue chew. So let's make it really simple.
I'm surprised nobody has noticed my avatar.
Oh, I have. I noticed it a long time ago. I didn't want to bring it up.
I did it just for you tonight, Reece.
Well, if you were doing it for me, it should have been a Deonna Purrazzo avatar, not Kenny Omega. There you go, folks. Reality favors the wicked. You're only just getting it tomorrow. I've had mine for over a year. That is true, unfortunately. That is true. Okay, so this was a very quick, destructive, thank God, squash match.
What match was it? We're kicking off with Kenny Omega and what?
Yeah. Kenny versus lack of spunk Romero. So Kenny squashes him quite quickly. V-trigger, one-winged angel.
Mm-hmm.
Tony Schiavone comes into the ring. He announces that he is part of a 4-man top contenders list.
Yeah, and if Rocky Romero's on that, it's just ridiculous.
No, he wasn't part of it. It was literally just the 4 guys that were in. The 3 guys were in during last week, basically, plus Andrade. So I did quite like this. This, like as they say, they don't tell stories. But I did like the fact as they came in straight away and went, you know what, you just had a squash match, you've beaten somebody, thankfully I can say it, peace. But then he comes in saying, no, you're going to have the follow-up, you're going to have to go really competitive now. If you want to go for the world title, which you're saying that is your focus, then you have to beat the top contenders, which I really enjoyed. The follow-up to that as well, is Omega saying very interesting words. There was one thing in particular that he did say, and I want to see how long he can live up to these words. I think we'll all agree on this. He said that he is the best he's feeling in quite some time.
Well, the best he's ever felt.
Yes. I think he's just saying that to appease the crowd, but I am hoping in the way he's saying it, he actually is in good shape. But the only thing is, I hope it's not a temporary thing, considering what he's been through. I'm hoping he actually is in good shape, and he actually looks after how he's going to be used. He is a man with influence in the company. He does have an executive position. I'm not saying he should dictate his creative like that. What I'm saying is he should dictate, right, I'm going to be in matches, but I will have specific breaks in between. Which is not a bad thing either.
It worked to a good match, but it's obviously against fucking someone that obviously you guys don't like. I don't mind Rocky Romero. It's just like he's not exactly a top guy in my opinion. Obviously not. Like
he's not even a lower guy.
Yeah, no, but
he's shit on a stick.
Horrible.
Josiah, I'll get your thoughts first on this one, Josiah, because I just want to get your thoughts on it. But this segment is like obviously the cataclysmic destruction of Rocky Romero, which you, sir, can smile along the way and talk as much as you like. But also the reality that we do have a 4-horse race to face MJF for the World Championship. What is your reaction?
I think you're firstly, I'd say that you're forgetting about Brody King in the sense it's 5.
I'm not necessarily. I don't know if he is going to end up involved. I mean,
He's in an eliminator, innit? Can we stop doing?
Just the fact that he's facing MJF next week, he is involved.
It is good, but I don't think you're going to see him compete for the title Revolution, for example.
No. It's not for Revolution. It's if he wins, he'll face MJF at Grand Slam Australia.
Yeah, I'm talking about like
eliminator. Is it the one of those stupid eliminators?
Yes, it's an eliminator next week. I know we're going to get the match, like, if he does win, he'll get the match at Grand Slam. What I mean is, I'm just meaning in general, I don't think you're going to see him like in the first pay-per-view title defense, but you might throughout the year, because he's earned it.
Yeah, I was thinking that maybe since there are so many people involved in the world title scene, they should do a world title series kind of elimination style thing.
Just to prove a company that didn't
want to have a lot of tournaments, I can't have loads of tournaments, really.
No, what he's saying isn't a tournament. Well, it's technically it's a tournament, but it's not that type of tournament. It's league-based format with a final 4. Honestly, AEW should just take on something that hasn't been done in years and just go, you know what, let's just make our own. They should just do that Bound for Glory series, but just call it something else. The one you were talking about, the World Title Series, is the one that TNA only did once, and they've never went back to it for some reason, which I don't understand. Yeah. Which was just 4.
It's weird. It's weird because they kind of did do it as the original Bound for Glory series before they changed it for the following year.
I had a suggestion.
The first official Bound for Glory series winner was Bobby Roode.
Yeah, and that's the one that I'm referencing as the.
I have like a unique way of booking a unique match type.
If you say, and I quote, put them in a Survivor Series style match to then win a TLC to then get a pay-per-view, I'm going to try to kill you.
No. Do you remember? Well, basically, it's just technically the fucking same, but it's totally different. What I said last time.
Go on.
Do you remember what TNA did? I don't know if they did it years ago. A 8-4-2-1.
It's the 8-4-2-1. The women do it.
Right, the women do it. Why don't Tony Khan use that?
You'll probably get all the fans saying, "Oh, he's copying TNA." Which, to be fair,
which all companies copy each other. So
exactly, but you just know people will do it.
So 8-4-2-1, I would have 4 top guys against 4 top guys.
The problem with the 8-4-2-1 though, and this is where it is on paper, it's a very appealing match. It is. The problem
I probably do. Brody King, Takeshita, Kenny, and somebody else. And on the other side, you have the heel side. You have like
but that's the problem. You've already then got it wrong.
Oh, you just mix them up then.
It's supposed to be mix-ups, but the reason why I don't think AEW does it right, I don't think AEW would do it right in a sense, is because the match requires 4-on-4 with multiple pins to then get through. You've also got to think about, as much as people love the pro wrestling element, the attention span to a match like this is actually a difficult one as well, because you have to actually concentrate fully on who's actually involved to qualify for the 4, which then becomes the 2. The match is so stupidly complicated when it shouldn't be, but they always make it complicated. That's why nobody actually likes watching it. I've watched it 4 times in TNA and I've hated every single one. Yeah, the way he won it was fun. The Bound for Glory series, like in terms
I liked it when the Bound for Glory series was in different type of match types. Like some matches was like in a
table battle royal,
tables battle royal. So I think one was a submission one year or something.
The submission one was Jeff Hardy versus Samoa Joe, and I'm not gonna lie. Actually, no, that was just a stand. That was just the final match to see who qualifies. That match was a farce because Jeff Hardy beat Samoa Joe with a bulldog choke, and Joe tapped out like he was a genuine bitch. Like Joe lost all credibility in TNA at that point. He was done. And that was
you know what they should do. You know why? You know these.
No, he lost all credibility when he got kidnapped by the ninjas. When you.
Yeah, that's true.
They could actually use that concept what we're talking about, the 8-4-2-1, with the old stupid freaking all-star 8-man tag bullshit that they always do.
Maybe. I think that's more for appeal than just wrestling. But if you're going to do the 8-4-2-1, you really need to. If you're going to do it, you really have to lay out 1, who's on either team. 2, how many genuine main event talent are going to be in it, and I mean that genuine main event talent. And 3, a match like that needs to have no commercial breaks. Like that needs to be a match where there's no commercial break. Yeah, it needs to have like 30 minutes free, or the first 60 minutes of the show is ad free.
Could you imagine that concept on Saturday night's main event though? How many commercials do you think that'll go for?
At least 12, and it'll be a 15-minute match.
Well, no, they don't. Well, they don't have commercials during the matches anymore.
You know they'll find a way.
Now, I watched Saturday night's main event the other week, right? Just because I was bored out my tits, and the amount of commercials on Netflix did me head in.
I mean, Saturday night's main event isn't on Netflix.
It's on YouTube.
Well, I found a way on Netflix to watch it on Netflix.
It might have been an old one because there's no way it was on Netflix. I'll be surprised if it was, but it's on YouTube here, and in America it's on NBC. Yeah, I'm right.
It's on Peacock now.
Is it Peacock?
That's why there are no ads during the matches. That's.
All right, okay.
Ridiculous, man.
Interesting. Yeah,
they still do that. The long 5-minute ads after the matches. There,
Tekla were good though. Oh, we're not talking about Tekla, are we? We're talking about fucking.
We're gonna get to her. I want to ask you about
who actually came out after the match. No one came out after Kenny Omega, did they?
Don Callis came out and said a load of nothing.
Yeah, for once, Catherine can agree. He genuinely said nothing.
What was they after that? Was it John Moxley after that?
I wasn't paying attention to what he was saying. I was looking at his sexy bald head.
You parrot. Understandable. I understandable. Okay, so yeah, up next was Moxley versus Ace Austin in a Continental Championship Eliminator.
Went 12 minutes, which was pretty good.
It was a good match. I'm a big fan of Ace Austin, so it was a good match.
I've always liked Ace Austin. In terms of like in the ring, in terms of how he works, he's a genuinely good talent. Yeah. Only issue I've got with this,
because it's Eliminator and I don't like the fucking things.
Yeah. Also, as well, it's Continental Classic. Well, not Continental Classic. Sorry, it's Continental Championship. There should be nobody at ringside.
There wasn't.
There was.
The Death Riders didn't come out with Moxley.
Oh, never. Then again, no, it was crowded things. Never mind. That's my fault. What did you think of what happened afterwards? Like, first of all, the fold is top 5 coolest finishers in wrestling. But what I'm saying is, like, after this match, Takeshita's weird reactions to the Davison Doyle attack really caught me by surprise.
I don't think that the Davison Doyle attack was necessary either.
Me neither.
I don't think it was necessary, but
sounds like the fucking
it did set up for what happened in the tag match later on.
I guess.
Don't you think the tag team of Doyle and Davis sounds like a cartoon character for a TV show? Here comes Davis and Doyle.
Tom and Jerry.
Yeah. Davis and Doyle on fucking Cartoon Network.
Or Harry and Harrier. Because literally you're looking at two gorillas in the ring. In terms of
well, you won't have to see Doyle for like 4 months because he tore his bicep last night.
Do you think the attack was unnecessary?
The attack was unnecessary, and yep, Jake Doyle again is injured. That is his major problem. He doesn't get injured. He gets badly injured every time.
Joe's injured as well, by the way.
Yeah, Joe's injured as well. He got injured in training, probably working with grotty, fat, useless.
Look.
Oh, wait. Aye. Super useless. The interesting thing though is Ace Austin should have won. He didn't. But the first genuine contender for Moxley, in terms of like major talent, he's going to get is Takeshita. I'm going to say this on a limb. Yes, that is a good match in the making, but I don't want it.
They did say on commentary that Takeshita did beat Moxley in group matches. Takeshita did beat Moxley in the group stage, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Yes.
Oh, it does make sense, really.
I don't want it to be an eliminator. I just want it to be a straight up title match. I really don't like eliminator matches.
I hate them. I think they're useless. What's the point? Well, technically, these eliminators, if you beat the champion, you just have to face the champion again. Why don't you just put the title on line and then fucking cancel the eliminator?
I honestly just miss there's two things AEW used to do that I actually do miss. Well, they do them now and again, but there's one thing they haven't done in a long time and I do miss it. I miss the ranking system. I actually liked it, and I do miss the fact is they don't do a lot of number one contender matches. They just do eliminator matches, and I don't like it.
Yeah, because it's the champion versus a random person or something.
Like
and then if the random person beats the champion, they get a title match. Why don't they just put the title match on the line anyway? If you're going to do that, or just don't do it at all.
That's a fair question. What do you think? Should the Bang Bang Gang get disbanded? They are always injured. Colt was teaming with his old ass dad.
No, I don't think so. At least not yet.
I do agree that he needs to stop.
They can't disband without Jay White. They can't.
That's true. Jay White will eventually go back to being a solo worker, though. When he does, oh boy. Catherine, what's your thoughts?
Basically, you're just gonna disband every team or faction when somebody gets hurt.
Not all of them, but I think some of them have overstepped their welcome.
I like the Bang Bang Gang. They work. I mean, they got Ace Austin in there.
They have some good members.
I think they just put whichever gun with their dad because they just needed something to do.
Yeah, true. Yeah, because his brother's not here and he's injured, so let's put Billy Gunn with him because why not?
Did somebody seriously ask that question? Are you kidding me?
Why what?
Oh, it's something that Catherine sent me. I'm actually now like, Jesus Christ.
Why what?
Hold on 2 seconds. Let me just.
Was it in Discord?
No, so that Noah Gilbert, who pretty much comments on anything that's not AEW, anything that's not AEW, he will really go after, right? And he does it quite articulately. So this is anything that's not AEW, he will talk about it in ways that just comes across non-articulate. He did say something articulate for a change. But that Jimmy Corderas, man, he's a decent guy. I've spoken to him once, thanks to Nick. But like, Jesus Christ,
very good referee as well, man.
Yeah, so
he's a good referee, but he sucks on Twitter, and he sucks WWE's cock.
Everyone sucks on Twitter, though. Let's be real, everyone's.
Yeah. I
don't suck on Twitter. The only thing I suck is cock.
Jesus. Okay. Do you? No, I'm not even saying it now.
No, you shut your mouth. You shut your mouth.
Oh, the only thing that I was disappointed in AEW that we didn't get a bit of a horsecock.
If you, I swear, if you start tonight, I will let Josiah run free reign on you for the rest of the show.
No, we didn't get Mike Bailey, Kevin Knight, and Hangman Page. We didn't get that trio, which was a disappointment.
Thank God.
If you say that word one more time, I will let Josiah run ragged on you. Anyway, where was I? Yes, so I'll go through the entire thing step by step so we can do this correctly, okay? So there's an account on Twitter called Winter Weather. Well, he's called Connor, but he's at his Winter Weather, and he put up a very fair tweet, which is, I think, definitely rage baiting. But he says, "Okay, please show me something Ciampa." So Noah Gilbert quoted fairly saying, "I'd love to be proven wrong and see Ciampa become a big part of AEW. As of now, I don't really get the signing at all." That's a fair take. Would you agree? Unanimous?
Yeah.
Okay. So Jimmy Corderas quoted this tweet, and he said he's only there to keep him from TNA, just like the Smiz kids. So Noah quoted Jimmy Corderas. And he says, and I quote, "I mean, I think it's more that Tony loved NXT, Black and Gold, and Ring of Honor back in the day, and he'll sign any wrestler from that era if given the chance." So Jimmy quoted this, and he says, and I quote, "But how does that increase business? I like Ciampa, but he will not move the needle. He's just a good talking point for the IWC, and that's it." So someone replied to this tweet, says, "Will Evil move the needle for WWE when he debuts? Probably not, but they think he will serve a purpose on that roster." And this is where Jimmy quoted it, and I'm like, okay then. He's continued to quote this account. He's actually quoted this. He's actually quoted this person 3 times. So he quoted someone called. So that person who said, "Will Evil move the needle?" is called WrestleG. So Jimmy quoted him saying, "At this point, WWE doesn't need a needle mover." Actually, I would go back and check, Jimmy. They do. They're already growing. AEW clearly does. Numbers are down year to year. Again, that's a fair point. There are some year-on-year issues, which AEW does have. And dragging WWE into every AEW discussion isn't analysis, is whataboutism. It adds nothing to the debate and avoid the real issue. So this guy had a fantastic response. I suppose my response would be by then, are you expecting every free agent signing that AEW makes to be a needle mover? Realistically, any free agent signing out there isn't going to be in the rarefied air of that kind of talent. And I don't feel it is whataboutism. I was using it as an example of a certain level of talent, talent available, and the expectations of them across the whole wrestling space. I'm not a tribalist. I enjoy multiple companies, just trying to have a respectful discussion. He's probably Aaron Loves Wrestling's burn account. So Jimmy's free quotes, right? I'm not going to look into all 3 tweets, right? But Jimmy quoted this one guy 3 times. He says the first one, So he actually does a part 1, part 2. Then he just says thank you. It's truly refreshing on this toilet bowl of an app. That's his thank you piece. But he quoted this guy 3 times because Jimmy doesn't pay for Twitter.
I might quote him one time and just say, "Get off Twitter, you absolute melt."
I actually haven't got an issue with Jimmy. I think some of his takes are a bit bizarre, but that's his own takes. I've got nothing against that. It's everyone's takes.
I'm going to quote tweet him. Do you live on Twitter by the end, gents?
But this is what he said: part 1, then part 2. I get what you're saying, but that's not really the point. No one expects every AEW signing to be a needle mover. The issue is that AEW is losing audience year over year. So the focus should be on adding more solid talent. It should be on finding hacks who can actually, one of two, grow the audience. Using WWE as a comparison shifts the conversation away from AEW's real challenge. It's not tribalism to say the company needs different makers right now. It's just looking at the business as it is. 2 of 2. What do you think of that? Catherine, I want to get your opinion first.
Well, he's talking about AEW losing numbers. I mean, if you really want to do the research, isn't WWE losing viewers also?
They have
viewership going down too?
Now, someone can fact check me on this one, but I'm pretty sure, again, since the anniversary show, they have actually went up a little bit. But I don't think they've actually had a significant growth that is actually a good thing. SmackDown, on the other hand, has been consistently low. Raw has increased viewership from Netflix, what I've seen recently. It went up to a 5.3 recently. And that was just, I think that was like the show after the anniversary show, which was horrible anyway. But they did go up a little bit, but not by much. But it's not like it's not like it's a good increase to say this is a positive. That's me just giving you that fair response. But do continue, Catherine.
No, I was just saying. I mean, you can't really base it on ratings and things like that.
I also think
and then again.
Sorry.
Every talent. Doesn't need to be a needle mover.
I agree.
So this is just another word or coping mechanism that WWE fans are using to try to slander AEW.
And I also look at it from a logical sense. I want to get Josiah's point on this. Well, I'm going to ask Josiah a simple question as well, because me and Josiah have spoken at great length on the show, and to be fair, privately, we've spoken at great lengths about New Japan's problem was New Japan had no answer after Tetsuya Naito in terms of a draw or a talent. And since then, they've actually improved. Josiah, you'll agree that's something that we've said before?
Yeah, I'd say that.
Okay. So here's the question that I want to ask you, Josiah. On the back of what Catherine said there, about not everyone needs to be a needle mover, where can what the fuck was that?
I'm here if you need or do vacation.
Apparently someone's attacking Titan. I better not do.
I mean, I do like Attack on Titan, but that's one way to go for it.
Temple are living in the year 2026, so if you're going to attack Titan, can you please keep away from
Hold on, actually.
Josiah's like, I'm getting a
keep talking. I'm going to go downstairs, keep.
I need a second.
Are you moving rooms? All right, cool. I'll wait till you come back on, then I'll ask you the question. So I'll actually let you up and move, so your focus is on you not falling down the stairs, because I do not want to be responsible for your death. I'll gladly be responsible for Temple's death for how he's been behaving, but that's different.
It's all entertainment, love.
Well, why all the hate for Temple, Reece? Come on now. He's a nice guy.
I don't hate Temple.
No one hates me.
If you've been watching the shows, you'll understand why that exists.
No, I bring the entertainment to this podcast.
Well, while we wait for Josiah to move, I got a question for you, Reece.
Go ahead.
If Brock wins the Rumble, how is Ellie going to handle that?
She'll probably cry about it for weeks.
Yeah, I will not hear the end of it. I can categorically say if Brock Lesnar wins the Royal Rumble, I will get minimum. I will get either a 10-minute voice note. I will get an 8-minute video that she's created and sent to me, or she will say, "Right, I want on the show so I can absolutely bully them."
Why would Brock?
And that'll be funny because she'll be sending these messages and videos to someone that hasn't watched the show.
That's also a good point, because I won't be watching the Rumble. I'm actually going to make that much of a point. See, when the Royal Rumble is on, I will be doing a show at the same time. When the Royal Rumble is on Saturday, I will be doing something else. I will be doing a show on the Steelchair or maybe on Twitch. And if anyone tries to tell me anything about the Royal Rumble, I'll block you.
You should do a watch along to Liverpool Newcastle. You should.
Why on earth would I do that?
Just because it's on at the same time, pretty much.
So you want me to suffer in a different way?
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
God's sake, you horrible, horrible man.
I mean, I won't be watching it, so someone else has to.
I suppose, but no thanks. I might do something else instead. I might do an SWA stream instead during the Rumble.
Oh, that's good, yeah.
But we shall see. But yes, so Josiah, the question I was going to ask you, sir, on the back of what Catherine said there, which is a very fair point of not all AEW talent has to be a needle mover or draw the rating. Who realistically should be that person for AEW, or which people should be that? And do they actually have those people? It's not saying their talent is bad. Like, before anyone comes at me saying I'm saying the roster is bad.
They do have those people. And I think that the people that should be seen as the needle movers of a company are the champions, and I'd say the 3 top contenders for each belt.
Mm-hmm. So here's a follow-up question, and I want all of you to give you an answer to this. Here's a follow-up for all 3 of you, and then we'll get back to Dynamite. For all this, that's who they have to sign. That's who they need. That's what they don't need.
Whose cat's that? Fucking hell.
My cat's. It's not about the food. If you know about an animal's menstrual cycle, that's what it is.
Your cat's in heat. To be fair, Bella's like that. See when Bella's in heat, Jesus Christ, Bella wraps herself around my cables. Like, she will go for cables, and it's mental. So, if anything, I sympathise with you, because it's difficult. Watch along of top 5 Rumbles during the actual Rumble. Are you talking matches, or like the actual physical match?
I'll probably be watching the Rumble because I've got 2 kids now, so I ain't got any time, bad choice.
You said to me you weren't watching Saudi shows.
Well, I won't be watching it.
It's not the first time he's lied about something, then, is it?
Jesus. Right, what's Catherine sent me now? Oh. Okay. Wow.
I can't help fucking walking into a room and the fucking Rumble's on the TV, and
you can always turn round
and go into my gaming room and do something else, yeah.
That Draymaker post, by the way, of that guy dressed as Jesus pointing a finger at John Moxley and his mouth is wide open is absolutely funny. But no, so Catherine sent me something just now, and I'm going to read it aloud, and I want everyone to react on this. Yeah, Ciampa was actually one of the highest rating accumulated talents on NXT when he was their champion. He was actually in the top 3, I believe, alongside Balor and Adam Cole. In terms of crowd views, right under.
Yeah, Ciampa, in my opinion, is a main eventer.
He always has been.
He always has been. World heavyweight title caliber guy.
He always has been. Anyway, Ciampa was in an interview with some guy who is a columnist for Sports Illustrated Wrestling, Rick Ucchino. I've probably said his name wrong. It's not my fault. It's the way it's fucking spelled. All right. He said this. Catherine, thanks for sending this.
No problem.
He says, and I quote, "For a long time, I had to listen to people tell me, not so much directly to my face, but more so online, that 2018 was prime Ciampa. I'm 100 times better now than I was then. That was nothing. That was absolutely nothing. I'm physically better. I'm mentally sharper. My storytelling. Oh God, we've said the word. Oh God. Oh God.
I don't know about physically stronger, to be honest about that, because he's been injured quite a lot since then.
I know. It's his words. We'll see what he thinks. Kota Ibushi says the same thing, but we know his legs have gone. My storytelling, my psychology is on a whole different level than it was back then. What people are about to see is going to blow their minds. It's going to shock the world because I finally have a shot to find if I'm as good as I think I am."
Yes.
Now, the funny thing about this, right? What he's just said there is nothing compared to what Adam Copeland said when he left WWE. It was literally just, I'm going out there. I want to see what I can do. Ciampa's literally said, I'm here to prove myself.
Yeah, because he couldn't do it in WWE, but wasn't Triple H a Ciampa guy in NXT?
Yeah. But he doesn't like his guys on the main roster.
What did he do on the main roster with Triple H in charge?
Stuck him with our lies.
Stuck him with Gargano in his tag team when he could have been like
Temple
US champion, WWE champion, World Heavyweight champion. Cheers, Miria.
Temple got caught. Lying lol.
In NXT, Ciampa was the top guy with Gargano, Cole, Ricochet type of thing. Went to the main roster, paired him with Gargano in a tag team, when in my opinion he could have been like a world champion or something like that.
He was never. I think the reality is though he was never going to be made world champion in WWE, and I think the reason why is because they've got that Sigma belt.
He was a world champion in NXT with the talent there, and it was as good as the main roster.
To be fair, he was also a Ring of Honor world champion as well. But the reality is, you know what they're like with certain talents. If you're not of a certain look or a certain size, or if you're not deemed as the right talent, you won't do it. The fact that Damian Priest won a world title and Tommaso Ciampa didn't in WWE shows how bad the company is.
That's why
I mean, he did win a world title. He's a 2-time NXT champion.
Yeah, but I mean, like, if you're talking about like their big guns, like, no disrespect to the NXT title, but I mean like the actual like the big guns. He never even got a title shot or chance.
That's what like I said last stream. I think somebody's in Triple H's fucking ear, mate.
Nah, it's definitely his decisions. Like I said to you, Nick. He reports to Nick Khan. Nick Khan is his boss.
Because he's NXT Black and Gold talent have gone.
Yeah, because he doesn't know what he's doing with them in the main roster. That's nothing to do with them. He didn't know what he was doing. Like, look at Karrion Kross. Karrion Kross was one of his guys, and he didn't know what to do with him. The minute
he knew what he was doing on NXT. What's the difference like? Is it completely different from Black and Gold NXT to main roster or something, or what?
It's because he assumed the Black and Gold NXT works on WWE main roster when actually, in fact, it doesn't. Because that bloody a Raw and SmackDown audience, a live audience, respectfully, have got the brain capacity of a dead pigeon. Because look at them. What's the common trends we see on a Raw or SmackDown right now?
Mostly the guys who are getting opportunity.
Not the matches. Not the matches. Let me add to what I'm saying. What do the fans do specifically at these shows?
Chant, we want tables.
And what else do they do? Constantly.
Yeet.
And what else do they do?
But technically, the fans who are watching the shows
They sing songs. All they do is chants that have no meaning in wrestling anymore. They don't know what the word awesome means, because if you chant "this is awesome" to fucking somebody who can't wrestle, then there's something wrong with you. And they're just singing songs. Whoa! Absolutely.
That's why I think WWE is all about the moments and not all about the moments. Like Jey Uso has the yeet and then fucking what you call it. Another talents have another chant. I think it's all about all the chants. Isn't it?
Spot on, Maria. Spot on. Put it this way: you go to WWE to get paid. You go to AEW to enjoy yourself. That's not bias. It's just a fact of life.
Yeah.
Dummy.
Yeah.
He's another one. He actually used to mean something. Your poor cat. Your poor cat. How old is she?
I think 2.
Well,
2 in 2 in human years. So I don't know what that is in cat years. I mean,
Bella's 3, so I know it's manic when she goes into it. It's honestly, it's fucking insufferable. Pat McAfee's in Triple H ear. Remember, Pat is the face. Jesus Christ. He is back soon, unfortunately. Thanks for reminding me.
He'll probably be back on Saturday.
Guess what rhymes with Ia? Maria.
No. Yeah. You don't say. I'm kidding.
Are we getting into the next portion of AEW or what?
Yeah, we're going to go into the next one. Yeah. So Mark Briscoe versus El Clone. TNT title. And then, of course, it then led to who we've just spoken about. What did you think about that match?
I think El Clone.
I didn't watch it because I'm just bored of Mark Briscoe matches at this point. They're all the same to me.
That's a fair one. So here's an interesting question just for you then. What did you think of Ciampa kissing Briscoe on the cheek?
His old ways in Ring of Honor.
I mean, it kind of makes sense because he's meant to be this psycho now, and that's a pretty weird thing for someone to do.
He used to do it in Ring of Honor though.
Spot on, Maria. I mean, it is mind games. It is good stuff. Yeah, and he's coming back to do something he can't do. Pat McAfee can't commentate. He's so fucking boring. I would have a sniper pinned on him every single show. And Michael Cole.
He'll probably be in the Rumble.
Yeah, he actually think he'll do a Jericho. He'll start the match.
Huh. And then have to face Obafemi, probably.
Obafemi will be within the first 8 entries, I think.
If Pat McAfee's number 1, I want Obafemi to be number 2.
I'll probably set Obafemi's number 3, so we can get some eliminations early on.
I mean, to be fair, number 1, number 2 doesn't really matter anyway because it's the same thing.
Yeah.
So technically, number 3 is the first person to enter the Royal Rumble.
Mm.
Which is the funniest thing about the Rumble.
He may as well put fucking Michael Cole.
That means if you really think about it, there should be 33 men in a Rumble match.
Basically, yeah.
If you want 30 entrants.
Yep.
You know, Mark, Tommy said something about the Royal Rumble.
It's shit.
What if the winner is the 31st entrant?
The Rock.
There is rumors he's going to be in next year's Rumble, not this one. Like, there's rumors
he's going to be. So we're going to get The Rock versus Cody Rhodes next year, instead of this year's.
I wish people would shut the fuck up about The Rock, man. We're not getting The Rock ever.
He will be back next year.
What's the point?
Because Saudi Mania, and they will offer big money for him.
Like Austin's apparently doing it as well, isn't he?
Austin's apparently this year.
They'll offer him big money to retire.
Let's get into the Dynamite promotion and the review.
Just remember who is in charge here. I have a problem with El Clone not selling the pile driver. He's not Brock Lesnar or Road Warrior. I do agree with that, to be fair.
I thought that was cool.
I do have issues with the pile driver not being sold. Like,
what's the issue with everybody all of a sudden having issues with people not selling?
I think
you used to not really
issue.
hear about it. People used to really not talk about it, but now it's
like everyone talks about it. Everyone complains about New Japan and their apparent no selling it.
Yeah, but
that's really different
generation. And back then they didn't know so, or this generation we do. It's just wrestling's adapted.
I'll tell you why people talk about no selling so much. It's because these morons have seen Samoans get hit hard by chairs and all that, and they're like, oh, they've not done anything. And then they've seen Shawn Michaels do the Hulk Hogan, like they've watched it on YouTube, and then they thought, and now everyone else does that doesn't fucking work. That's not wrestling.
Do you know the reason why? Though, because wrestling's adapted from the 90s to now.
It's just like it's like when people who say like, oh, people and like, it's the funniest conversation right now. I still see it all the time on social media, and I'm sick of it. I see people all the time posting clips of Penta doing the fucking 6 Canadian destroyers versus 1 Canadian destroyer in WWE. And it's like, oh look, he only needs 1 in WWE. And I'm like, who fucking cares? It's the Canadian destroyer. It's a cool move. One move, 1 time, 6 times. It's a fucking good move.
It's the Mexican destroyer. Get it right. Get it
right.
Reece.
I will never. No, it's always the Canadian destroyer. If it's not the Canadian destroyer, it's just the destroyer. If it's not the Canadian destroyer, then just call it the destroyer. None of this. It doesn't matter where you fucking come from.
Technically, just go. Oh, by the way, P.D. Williams wants his move back.
I mean, he didn't invent it. Sean Waltman did.
P.D. Williams perfected the move perfectly, though.
He
made it his own.
To be fair, he actually did do a phenomenal version of it, but Waltman actually did perfect the Canadian destroyer. But the way that Pete Williams done it is actually I'll go on a limb. See if you talk about how a move. See how people used to like gas up how Adam Copeland, when he used to spear people in WWE, he'd always like flick the hair back and all that crap. If you look at Pete Williams, the way that Pete Williams would always get ready for the Canadian destroyer was perfect, because he would always get his hands into the full grip motion, and then he would literally flick his hands out and it would actually make his whole body shake. That is a good added feature, but that actually stands out. Just another thing. All right, we'll answer this one question, then we'll get on to MJF. No. But I don't think so either way. I actually don't really care about the original Bloodline Heyman anyway. I didn't see the appeal, but
what the appeal is the fact that he's been working with that family for longer than years. They've been alive for them.
50 years.
If Don Callis was the wise man of the original Bloodline instead of Heyman, there would be loads of fucking people in the Bloodline. Just saying. Be about 12 Samoans in a group.
I don't think so. I don't think so. Selling in wrestling is very important, Catherine, says Fernando. She's not disputing that. She's just talking about like it's the fixation of the conversation, I think.
Is Ciampa on his own, or do you think he'll join the Don Callis family?
He won't join the Don Callis family.
I've seen that online. I was like, nah.
Everyone will join the Don Callis family.
That faction has to end this year. Like, it has to end at the end of the year.
They are now the most.
Doing the,
they are now the most populated faction.
They wanted it to end, but they're not going to end.
They are honestly.
They are now the most populated faction in wrestling. Now.
Yeah. They are basically NWO version 25 or whatever we're on now.
They are immortal, basically.
Yeah.
But better because they don't have Hogan and Bischoff. But
that is very true. That is very true. So MJF. After this match and segment, MJF comes out to talk about his future as AEW Men's World Champion. Brody King interrupts and confirms that he's going to have an eliminator with him next week, which of course we've spoken about, like in circumstance. But I feel bad for Brody King.
I've got some criticism for MJF, by the way. After you've said something,
I feel bad for I feel bad for Brody King regardless because
I also have criticisms of MJF.
You can voice them in a second. Let me just recap the whole thing. So there was a pre-tape obviously for the Bucks. We had a forgiveness from Fletcher to Okada, which is really strong, really good. But what I was talking about there in terms of MJF and why I feel sorry for Brody King. Yes, he's got an eliminator match, and if he wins that, he gets a title shot at Grand Slam. And then you've got on the road to Revolution as well with the other with the other 3 contenders, potentially Brody King, which makes 4. And then you've got Andrade as
it already is 4 because Andrade is counted in that match.
But all week you've had literally MJF feuding with Andrade over social media,
basically.
Yeah, they've already went on to this, and I'm not gonna lie, like that.
Yeah, that's the one thing that I'm upset about with this because it basically
detracts.
It's like Brody King's an afterthought because we already know that he's not gonna be winning the title, even if he wins next week.
Yeah, and his match is basically pointless because MJF is so focused on embarrassing Brody King all over Andrade over social media instead of concentrating on what's right in front of him. Like it's something that's not something on that's not Tony Khan's fault, but that's something that he needs to redirect and say no, enough.
Yeah, because this is my issue that I have with MJF. He talks too much for me. Like he doesn't wrestle as much as he should be as a world champion.
You know what my issue is with MJF? Every single promo is the same.
Yeah.
Am I wrong?
No, you're not wrong.
Pretty much every single promo he does, even if he's the champion or he's not the champion, he comes out and says the same old bullshit every time.
It's the same as his fucking hero. It's the same as Cody Rhodes.
He says the same shit every time, Jeff, when he's doing promos.
Same
shit.
It
might be an excellent promo, but he says the same shit.
Same shit, different day.
I'm better than you and you know it bullshit and same old fucking...
Yeah.
Well, I mean, that's pretty much his catchphrase.
No, I'm on about what he says into his promos. He pretty much says the same thing.
But MJF is an old school heel, which I don't think today's wrestling fan understands.
It doesn't work.
Because they haven't seen anything past 2000.
Unless you really are a genuinely crazy fan to go back and watch all of that. And to be fair, I do. MJF really is personifying the wrong heel. Not saying he's not a classic heel, like old school variant. He should be varying another one. I think he's trying to be somebody he's not.
Yeah, he's trying to be Roddy Piper, basically.
No, he's trying to be Ric Flair.
Yeah, exactly. He's trying to be Ric Flair. And I actually think he should be doing another heel.
The Miz.
No. Same time period. He should be. I know someone else has done it in the past, and I said I really liked it. 2008, 2009, a little bits of 2010.
Chris Jericho.
Yes, I want to see MJF lean into the Nick Bockwinkel heel period, because that actually is MJF. In terms of like seriousness, it takes it seriously. Genuine heel, knows he's better than everybody else. Nick Bockwinkel was, but he was relied upon for that reason. He knew how good he was. I think in reality, that's who he should be. He isn't Ric Flair, and he needs to stop being Ric Flair. Because that shit doesn't work in 2026. As much as anyone would like it to, it doesn't work.
No.
10 years ago, it works. It's outdated. Ric Flair is outdated. Well, he has been outdated for years anyway, but still.
I think MJF is outdated, mate. But his promos every week, same shit. It's like, shut the fuck up, bro.
That's what we're literally saying, though. Like, we're saying, like, he's being personified as the wrong person, and that's the problem.
Do you know what his promo years ago when he was saying to CM Punk, you're robotic something? That's what he's in. That's what he's turning into, robotic MJF. Same thing every week.
No one's saying we want to. We're not saying that. We're not saying he has to defend the title every other week, but we're saying he should still be competing more than X amount of times a month. He doesn't really compete.
Yeah.
Like, it's the same issue I had when that fraud Roman Reigns was champion. His title reign was fake anyway and fraudulent.
The world champion should be on television doing promos or something. At least wrestling at least once a month or two. But the world champion shouldn't be wrestling all the time.
For me, a champion should wrestle every 2 weeks on TV. Every 2 weeks. And they should be doing...
Yeah, but then with MJF, though, I kind of put him in, like, the Brock Lesnar aspect where when he wrestles, it's important. If he wrestles every week on TV or every other week on TV, then everybody's going to be bitching about the way he wrestles. So with him doing it this way, it kind of keeps him as that main attraction.
It's a fair shout.
And he needs to get rid of that ring. That ring's been with him for God knows how long.
He isn't the holder.
Technically, he's not the champion of that ring anymore. Bandito.
So why is he?
But he also didn't lose it.
Yeah, he didn't have to. He was no longer competing for it. That's just the one that he's held all these years. Like, that is just his from winning.
I think that's
from 6 years.
And even I thought that was weird. Why didn't Bandito or Ricochet have to face MJF for the ring?
That's the only part I don't know. I don't know.
The concept was nice at the start, and they just overdid it.
But
the only reason I can think of is the fact that he's the champion. But even still, the title doesn't have to be on the line. It's the ring that matters.
I think he should definitely do a whole lot more than forbidden fruit stuff. It doesn't really work for him in this way.
Can we talk about the line he dropped on Brody King?
Oh, where he called him a Nazi.
Yes.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. That was phenomenal.
He called him what?
He called Brody King a Nazi.
Yeah.
He said he looked like he was an Aryan tattooed something. And then he said something about him looking like a Nazi, but he really is not.
When you're saying big up, you have to do it like you to ice. Big up! There you go.
I'll get the exact words for you. Hold on. Let me get the exact words for you.
I'm wondering how do all of these things that he says get cleared by Warner Brothers if they're so worried about homophobic tweets and things like that? How do all of these things get cleared out?
Good question.
Because when you are working with talent, you said to the talent, is it okay, can I say this? If they say yes, it's approved, you go to Tony Khan or whoever's in charge.
And then worse comes to worse, if the FCC finds them, then Warner Brothers or Tony Khan will pay it, or make MJF pay it.
Whatever channel they're on, they will have to contact the channel and say, can I say this on live television? And then the people who are in charge of the TV program, what they're on, they'll say yes or no, won't they? So technically, whatever MJF said last night was approved by the TV that are on.
Yeah. And it just makes it even more nonsensical that they wouldn't let Trey Miguel wrestle it.
I think that was more of a personal preference from somebody in WBD.
I think so.
So that's not okay, but MJF calling someone a Nazi is okay.
Well, I'm not saying that they are both okay. I'm just saying I think the Trey Miguel situation was, it just offended somebody up
10 years ago.
Up higher up in Warner
he hasn't
Brothers.
He hasn't had any issues since, which is actually really unfortunate.
Something what you said 10 years ago when he was young and stupid has gone to bite him in the neck.
See, that's why I'm glad I'm as old as I am, because all the shit I did when I was young, You ain't got no proof of it unless you got a Polaroid picture.
Catherine, Jesus, we know they exist. Okay, what are the odds?
Anyone can find a Polaroid picture.
Yeah. What are the odds tonight, folks, that the IWC are going to have a meltdown?
Well, considering TNA's on, I would say about 1 in 1,000.
How about I give you some confirmations from the PWI awards? Because remember,
no, I've already seen this Cody Rhodes one.
Yep, he won. He won he won the PWI Male Wrestler of the Year back-to-back years, and he also won PWI Match of the Year for his match against Cena at SummerSlam.
Bullshit.
But apparently, remember before anyone says anything, because we had the same people in the chat recently saying, "Oh, but AEW buys awards." Indy Hartwell, just kidding, it wasn't. It was Shotzi Blackheart who won Independent Wrestler of the Year.
Interesting.
Okay,
even though, in my opinion, it should have been Indy because House of Glory, and she won other multiple titles on the divisions across the globe. Toni Storm won most popular.
I don't know about that at this point, either.
Technically, these are awards, right? Somebody's opinion against somebody else's, so fuck the awards.
It's PW. It's Pro Wrestling Illustrations. It's Pro Wrestling Illustrated's wrestler. The most entertaining wrestler of the year was Toni Storm. She's the second woman to do it. Women's of the year, women's wrestler of the year was Mercedes Moné.
Fair.
You can argue she has earned it. Most popular, second woman to be voted most popular wrestler of the year by PWI is Toni Storm.
I'm surprised Rhea Ripley didn't win that.
Yeah, well, this is where it gets interesting. For the third year in a row, again, how they're getting this, I'm just concerned now. For the third year in a row, the Rookie of the Year has went to an NXT woman. Kendall Gray.
No, to be fair, I can see how she won that. She is very good.
She's good. Yeah, she's really good. I like her.
Explain how the hell Kalani... See, I can understand her because I've seen her wrestle. How the hell Kalani Jordan got it last year, I've got no understanding.
I don't know.
Oh, because she sucked somebody's dick.
Yeah, come out of heads.
Yeah, multiple times over.
That's what you got to do to get to the top.
Yep. I'm gonna say something. I want you guys to give me your honest opinions. And I just want you to either... Julian Weeks, you absolute shill. No surprise. Cody versus Cena definitely deserves this. That match was one for the ages. My match of the year remains the triple threat from Night 1 Mania, but Cody versus Cena wasn't far off. You fucking dork. Jeez. Oh, there's actually one for Mike Santana with the Hardys on it, like small Hardys. Voted most inspirational wrestler of the year was Mike Santana.
Yeah, I can see that.
No issue with that. Blake Monroe and Harley Cameron are the last two winners of the PWI's most important wrestlers.
Should have won the world title in his own time.
No, I've got an issue. Blake Monroe shouldn't have been up for most improved because that would assume that she was bad to begin with. That
she's one of the previous winners to have done it. Like she's one of the previous winners. I haven't seen who's got that award yet. But Cody said,
won that.
Yeah, Harley Cameron
won absolutely fucking jack poop. She's done fuck all.
Cody said something in an interview, and I actually do feel kind of cringe by it. So he wants So remember what Taker said about don't expose the business. He needs to have words with Cody Rhodes, because Cody Rhodes says he wants wrestlers to show up in full gimmick at his funeral. He's mentioned a comic series that I like, so instantly I feel offended. He said the DC comic series Identity Crisis has one of the greatest funeral scenes of all time because all of them showed up in gimmick, full gear. When my time comes, I want the wrestling world in full gimmick. Bury me in the American Nightmare Sandra Gray robe. Bury me as I was. I spent so much time giving back to pro wrestling, bullshit, and taking from pro wrestling, and loving that I got to play a superhero. I'd like to go out a superhero.
Go away.
That is the most cringe I've ever heard from one donkey. You wonder why I don't like this guy. Jesus
Absolutely,
Christ.
Fernando. Absolutely.
He's absolutely cringe. What part, Fernando? Yeah, she probably did, Fernando. How do you feel about WWE lifting the ban on weed?
RVD will be back very soon.
RVD will be back soon, 100%, and you just
They'll
know
probably
that.
sign Riddle. They'll probably sign the entire. Unfortunately, they can't re-sign.
Nah, Riddle won't come back. He's blacklisted. Riddle got blacklisted.
Mate, if Weed's lifting the ban, I'll be going to WWE events.
They're talking about talent,
not
fans. But yes, so he did call him a Nazi.
Well, if it got approved by the TV they're on, then it's okay, isn't it?
The way they went about it is he basically contrasted you are like the look of like a Nazi, you know what I mean? Like he has like that personification of you've got to have a certain look in a certain way, and that's what you are. Therefore, you are like quote unquote a Nazi. What on earth are you typing?
That was me.
What were you typing? Were you typing "Is Hangman dead"?
Yeah, weed is good for the soul.
No, but I should. His exact quote was, "Never before have I met a liberal man that looks more like a Nazi."
Yeah, which is genuinely funny. I wouldn't know. I don't smoke. Don't smoke. I don't do drugs. People can do what they do.
Reece. Me neither. I don't even do shit that's prescribed by doctors.
Reece is the CM Punk of the podcast. He doesn't drink, he doesn't smoke, he doesn't do drugs.
No, because CM Punk
I occasionally drink. I just don't do drugs.
No, please don't compare me to CM Punk, because CM Punk is a genuine liar. He definitely does do shit. He just doesn't want people to he doesn't want people to tamper his reputation.
Speaking of CM Punk, him and Cody Rhodes are in Saudi Arabia right now.
Right.
Of course he is, because he's a hypocrite.
In Saudi right now.
Everyone's in Saudi.
Yeah.
SmackDown's been taped. Why is it in Saudi?
Yeah.
It's in Saudi Arabia.
What's SmackDown?
It's absolutely funny how that stadium is now completed, but they haven't actually done the certified test for it, and they're supposed to last a full weekend.
Well, no, not a full weekend. Just
it's supposed to. For new stadiums, it is.
Just know it's going to mysteriously crumble as soon as everyone gets out of this.
Yeah, there's no way.
Why does everybody think Saudi Arabia has the same building standards as like Europe or the United States?
Oh, that's true. They don't. To be fair,
your buildings are awful as well, though, Catherine.
And that's my same thing about Americans who go to foreign countries and think American law applies to them in foreign countries. No, dumbass, you're in a foreign country. You have to abide by their laws.
I mean, to be fair, if an American does come over, we have to tell them that a Big Mac is not huge.
Yeah, it's tiny.
Well, the Big Arch is huge. If you've tried that.
I mean, that's different.
The only Big Mac I see is my really right now.
If Americans do come over in England, the only thing they need to know about what's huge is my dick.
Well, it's a good thing that is complete false.
If Americans ever come to this country, all they need to know is that ice is something you put in drinks and not any kind of gang or whatever it is that they do over that way.
I'm trying to get updates on the.
As an American, Americans act very stupid in foreign countries.
That is very true. I can name
Americans. As an American, you act stupid in your own country, guys.
That is true.
Well, that's true too.
I mean, you do fucking chainsaw massacres just because someone told you you're not a nice person.
But my whole thing is like these Americans that go to foreign countries and then get themselves in trouble with like the law and stuff. They're like, well, I'm American. Well, you know, your country might not have the Second Amendment, so why the fuck did you carry a gun?
That is true. Gun control, like literally, guns should be banned in America. I was looking.
As they say, when in Rome, do as the Romans do.
Kill them all. Why is that? That's seriously a thing? God Almighty!
Why what?
In a couple of weeks in Texas, this is pointless. This is in.
The only good thing about the only good thing about Texas is the women's ass.
You fucking stop.
I can't tell you the slogan they say for Texas.
Why? What is it?
No.
I'll have to send it to you, Temple. I ain't saying it on air.
Sure as hell not.
Discord DMs.
Yeah, I'll send it in the Discord.
Make sure to show Tammy this as well, mate.
Say that. I'll respectfully say this as someone who is not fully from that country, just part of it. Say it to someone that's full German, and then you'll really know how it feels. You don't call a German a Nazi. Put it that way. It's horrible calling someone the M word, but calling them a Nazi isn't a great thing. Calling them a neo-Nazi, not really important. In 16 days' time in Texas, currently there are 8,000 tickets distributed for the Road to WrestleMania Super Show. Why is that a thing? What is the fucking point? I'm trying to find the Royal Rumble ticket numbers on WrestleTix, but it's not conveniently. It's not there now. Where is it?
I mean, to be fair, it can't be there because nobody knows how many seats that stadium has.
Well, we know what's currently being sold for New Beginning. New Beginning has had nearly 1,900 tickets sold out of 2,700.
Which New Beginning? The American one?
The American one, yeah.
Oh, that's pretty good.
Yeah, it's really good. The Rumble. That's what I'm looking for. Hold on, 2 seconds. This is the last point, then we're going to carry on. I just want to get one thing. Yeah, that's what I need. 2 seconds. What is that? Where are you?
And if you're live in this stream, hit the like button because it's free. Subscribe if it's because it's free. Hit the bell because it's free. We don't charge anything here.
We don't charge. We don't charge. We die. To be fair, you actually can contribute to the channel if you want. I just don't recommend you doing it.
Yeah, see, I have super chats on my channel. I just don't like people bringing in super chats.
I mean, I've got the Streamlabs lets you do it, but I just don't want it. Anyway, I was trying to find this the actual total capacity for the stadium, but I can't find it. So, but it's not. There's no way they're going to have 40,000 in there safe. There's no way. It's going to be so dodgy. But yes,
the people in the nosebleeds are probably going to die.
They probably have nosebleeds in the nosebleeds.
When you tap on the computer, you actually tap random keys. I don't need to look for when I'm typing. I'm competent to know what's on my keyboard. I don't need to look. But I'm still searching for things, yes. Yeah, dafty.
Hold on a minute. Let me have a look at this, actually.
You know what's funny? Bleacher Report gave Tekla versus Statlander a grade A ranking.
Shit. How have they managed to get that ranking up?
They have ranked this a grade A.
Why, did you not like the match?
No, as in grade A, as it was great. That's what they're saying. But the match, it could have been a lot better.
I think it should have not happened on a Dynamite, but whatever. Isn't it?
What the hell? Oh wait, what?
I think it should have got built more to be on the Dynamite.
It's not. It's not.
Apparently, it's a building. That's where.
It's a complex. It's in the financial district. It's owned by Newcastle, like the group that owns Newcastle.
No wonder it's shit then.
Yeah, the Public Investment Fund are the ones that owns that building. It's a big. It's like the fucking what's the big ass building that's in the New Delhi or whatever it is.
The Taj Mahal.
Yeah, it's basically shaped like that. It's shaped like the Taj Mahal.
The Jinder Mahal.
Yeah, shite all over.
Exactly. But yeah, you can't see how many people it holds. You can't see.
I'll be genuinely surprised.
Wait, what? Apparently, it's saying that the 2027 Royal Rumble is expected to be held in Saudi Arabia as well.
Bit weird, but WWE doing a Texas event. AEW did it all in a Texas event. Are they copying?
It said people also ask where is the 2027 Royal Rumble, and then it says while the exact venue isn't confirmed, the Royal Rumble 2027 is expected to be held in Saudi Arabia as a part of WWE's ongoing partnership and is linked with the location for WrestleMania 43.
So if they have Saudi and WrestleMania back to back, the amount of Americans that are going to have free seats on a plane just to get there is funny.
Yeah. Because they're all fat.
Pretty much. That's...
Except Catherine, she's actually in pretty good shape from what I've been able to tell from.
Identify, yes.
Yeah.
That's because Catherine hates Hangman that much. Like Catherine wills herself into good shape by hating Hangman.
Basically.
Exactly, case in point. So Tekla versus Statlander started with a slap, ended with a bitch. See you later, Trev, and fuck Celtic. Plain and simple.
Did they win today?
They smashed you, Trek, unfortunately. Rage.
Are they through? Or?
They're in the playoffs, yeah. Disgusting. It started with a fake handshake.
The tickets for Royal Rumble are actually quite cheap.
Probably because they're going to tell people to come on in.
The cheapest ticket is £85.
£85 to go to the Royal Rumble, but how much is a flight?
Yeah, I don't know.
Think about it.
And do you really want to go to Saudi Arabia?
The flights are probably more expensive than the freaking tickets.
I don't intend on ever going to Saudi Arabia. If I ever intend to go to the Middle East, the only place I'd probably go to is like, I don't know, Abu Dhabi.
Yeah.
Abu Dhabi do.
Abu Dhabi, Qatar, Bahrain, I can do. Saudi Arabia, no thank you, no.
Especially Bahrain for an F1.
Yeah.
Of course.
How about Qatar? What about Qatar?
Qatar's alright. Wouldn't mind
Qatar for the F1 as well.
But the F1 race.
Yeah.
I don't think he probably won't be winning any races this year though.
Well, definitely not. To be fair, I would like to go to Dakar for the Dakar rally. I like the Dakar rally. But yeah, so the match started with Tekla offering a handshake to Statlander, and then she was slapping the shit out of her. She nearly won with a spear into the tarantula stomp, but there was a kick out. We then got the powerbomb, Saturday Night Fever, all that nonsense. And then obviously Willow Nightingale and Harley Cameron celebrate with Statlander, and then they got attacked by Megan Bain and Penelope Jugs. Because that's her real name. The problem as well though is this. Yeah, I've been saying that for a long time. The problem with this match is though is it was the wrong winner. It should have been the main event because it's a world title, but also it's further exposed that you can put Statlander with good talent that can genuinely work, that are good wrestlers. That doesn't make Statlander a good wrestler. She's genuinely terrible. And people need to stop with the blinkers with Statlander. She's terrible. And I've been saying it for the longest time. This isn't he's just saying it. I'm not. I've been saying it for the longest time. Statlander didn't deserve to win that title. Tekla should have won it that night. That fatal four-way. Tekla should have won it. They have been fucking up ever since. But Catherine, you hate women's wrestling. Over to you. This is all on you.
Jesus Christ. This match was awful. I agree the wrong person won.
Mm-hmm.
I agree Statlander does not need to be champion. She has no charisma. She's really not that great in the ring.
Uh-huh.
I mean, if you're going to have her in the picture, she's better as a chaser.
Mm-hmm.
Never winning it.
Yep, agreed.
Giving it to Tekla would have elevated the championship. Because right now it's de-elevated. Because it really don't mean that much with who you have it on.
the title has really lost all its appeal and substance.
It has since Toni Storm lost it.
Yeah. And
then and no offense, I love Harley Cameron. She is a doll baby. I met her in person.
Mm-hmm.
I think I would rather have those tag belts on Megan Bayne and Penelope Ford.
Agree.
And if you're going to give Stat the women's world title as a loyalty thing, then Penelope deserves the tag team belts as a loyalty thing.
Similar to Sky Blue and Julia Hart, who actually have earned it as well. But she needs to have a break.
I would rather see them fight Bayne and Penelope for the tag belts.
Yeah, I do agree with that. I do agree. In essence, Josiah, I don't know how much more you caught of that, but your thoughts on this one as well. I know you said this match was rubbish, but we can all agree Statlander
shouldn't have won. Nope. And I also wanted to see more development in story post-match.
Yeah, there wasn't really much in it apart from the fact that they're actually... This is the part that's really funny. Is how babyfaces can say, we're going to give you a title shot if you just don't interfere.
Yeah.
They could still interfere and they would still get the title shot anyway because it would just be given to them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? It just seems weird.
And I'm just interested to know.
So the two can actually physically wrestle without interference.
Yeah.
And doing that, it exposed Statlander because she is not on the same level as Tekla.
No.
For all the people that says that Julia Hart needs an excursion, I agree she does. She needs an excursion as well because her work rate has slipped a while and it's unfortunate because she's really good and I'm a big Julia Hart fan. Statlander is another one that needs an excursion because Jesus Christ. And
she should go back to creative process.
Yeah. Because I don't get how. And I'm looking at all the match ratings, by the way. I'm not even kidding.
No, they need to send Statlander to Stardom and let her get her ass kicked by some true women wrestlers.
That wouldn't be a bad idea. So, these are the...
All that Thunder Rosa come back and shoot or no?
I'm going to tell you all the match
That would be
ratings,
the only way to get me to pull for Statlander.
I'm going to tell you...
So you still wouldn't support her getting beat up by Thunder Rosa?
No, I would pull for Statlander.
Yeah. I'm going to tell you right now, before we move on to the next one, I'm going to tell you all the grades for matches with segments in them, right? And I want you to guess which is which.
So I'm interested, before you get into this, I'm interested in getting your thoughts on this. What if they plan on running Britt Baker versus Statlander at Revolution?
Oh, God, no.
I'm going to say this with
I don't think Britt's coming back. I think she has burned her bridge with Tony Khan, and Tony Khan's like, fuck you, ho, I ain't dealing with you no more.
My take on the match that we saw last night, kind of off. People saying Tekla should have won. Okay, fair enough, but...
I mean, she should have. She's a far better wrestler and a better character.
Fair enough, yeah, but it's just like I said before, it's just a random Dynamite. Like, you should have built... I know it's just a normal Dynamite, and you probably could have actually had Tekla win on the Dynamite, which is okay, fair enough. But I think the match should have been a bit more built.
I mean, they were for the longest time actually building this because they were keeping them in matches together. They were in matches together, like on Collision and Dynamite. They were in tags, singles. They've at least actually built up to this.
And did promo segments.
Yeah.
A bit more. And then the attack by Megan Bayne and Ford was okay-ish. I want Megan Bayne. I want the one to beat Chris Statlander and Megan Bayne.
Well, the question is, who is next? Because the way you ended the match last night, it looks like Bayne and Ford are going after the tag belts.
I think Tekla's
So who are they going to have after? Are they just going to keep running Tekla and Stat for a while?
I think Tekla will...
Are we getting somebody new?
I think Tekla will get the title match in Australia. I think they will run it like. I think she'll try all her best to say, I'm not done with you. Like, the way you beat me, I'm not taking it, and I'll come back for you. I feel like she will.
No, it's just
But
okay.
I swear to God, if Statlander holds the title, say, anywhere near Double or Nothing, then I'll be concerned, because she shouldn't even be champion past Revolution. She's genuinely not good enough.
Could do Chris Statlander and Megan Bayne at Revolution.
Honestly, I don't want to see it. I don't.
Just for Chris Statlander to take the title off her, basically.
I don't want Megan Bayne to be the one that takes the belt over. I actually like what she's doing with Penelope Ford. I think she can win the world title later.
I've got a feeling I know who's going to take it off Statlander.
Willow Nightingale?
No.
Mercedes?
Monet?
Yeah.
I mean, not against it.
And for that to happen, Chris Statlander's going to have a lengthy reign, unfortunately.
Mm.
Megan Bayne's
out for a long.
How is she not ready?
We're not saying she's not ready, but they just introduced those women's tag belts, and they need women's tag teams. Something fierce in AEW right now.
Like, for me, I think the work she's doing with Penelope Ford is really good. I like the fact that they've got such a genuine chemistry with each other.
Penelope Ford's not even her best tag partner. It should be Megan Bayne and Marina Shafir.
I think Megan Bayne can't even be in the fucking tag team. I think she should be singles guy. It
took a while for Bret Hart to go over as world champion at the very beginning. That's why Hogan and Yokozuna was given the championship. No, Hogan
was given it because Hogan's a prick. That's why.
Hogan was given the belt because he cried. Wolf said, "You should put the belt on me, not Bret." Bret was actually doing fine as champion. Like, he was over with the crowd. It took him in terms of Bret's first run,
and Yokozuna was only given the belt to be a transitional champion.
Yeah, his second run though was good. His second run at least though was good though. Like, we saw him.
The first one was a disgrace, was it?
Yeah, but like, in terms of Bret Hart's actually, his first run was actually really good. The problem with Bret Hart's first run is it coincided with that melt Hogan returning to wrestling when he should never have came back.
Because he should have been in jail for steroids.
And that's true. Catherine has been praising Tekla. She's been correctly slating Statlander in a critique manner. We all have, which is absolutely correct.
Tekla's best friend should be coming over to AEW. I don't know what she's doing over there.
She's in catering to Kiana James. So, just for the record, this match and segment in full got a grade A. It's the joint third highest grade A rating on the show. From Bleacher Report, there's 2 A minuses. This is an A. The whole show from Bleacher Report was an A minus.
Higher than A minus.
The whole show is an A minus. From Bleacher Report.
I would have given it a B plus personally. I think A minus. I think A minus is being a bit too generous. I think.
Swerve Strickland versus Andrade El Idolo got an A minus. So the other A minus was the overall show, but the other one was Mark Briscoe versus El Clone with Ciampa's debut. That was given an A minus as well.
That was probably given an A minus because of Ciampa's debut, though.
Yeah, but this was given an A, this match, and because of the celebration part. But it's just meh. Because Hogan refused to lose it back to Bret.
But apparently he lied and said that he would.
Yeah, although it depends on who you believe. You can't get the truth from the man anyway because he's dead.
Well, you can't get the truth out of him anyway because he's a liar.
It's true. Bear in mind, this is the one guy who prevented Taker from winning the title for 6 years. That's how long it took Vince to trust him again.
Because his neck hurt when he didn't even land on his head.
Yeah. But that's the reality. That's how long it took Taker to regain the trust of Vince. It took him 6 years.
I mean, to be fair, even if it didn't take that long, having Undertaker as champion at any point from 93 to 97 wouldn't have made much sense anyway.
Yeah, although 97 was his best year as champion.
Yeah. Oh wait, no, I'd argue 07 to be fair.
Nah, I generally think it is 97.
I would say character-wise it's 97, but match-wise it's 07.
Okay, that's a fair one. I would say.
Actually, you know what? No, I take that back. I give it to 97 for the simple fact that in 07 he wasn't champion for that long.
Also, and look at what in terms of high level opposition. 97, he faced the best version of Steve Austin. He faced Prime Brett at his peak. He faced Mankind twice.
And he beat an actual pretty good Psycho Sid.
Yeah. And Psycho Sid as well on Raw. And it was a good Raw main event as well. Like, it was overall really, really strong. I think his second best year though as champion, if I'm being honest, was 08.
But even 08 he was champion for 1 month.
Yeah. His longest title reigns were 97 and 09.
Yeah.
Similar to Sting.
And even that 09 title reign was weird.
Let's just not discuss that Triple Series.
No, not even that, because it should have ended at TLC because Batista beat him. I don't know how you can can't use a low blow in a match that you can't be disqualified in.
Cheers, man.
AEW Dynamite review this.
Here, don't you start after last night when you turned it into an overly sexual show. Don't start.
To be fair, Maria did that, man.
Yeah, it's true, but you still took on board, so don't start. It's just a fair point, and that's exactly the point as well. That you're looking at champions, and Statlander right now is that definition. Statlander is, who can I say in the nicest way that works?
Statlander's champion because Nick Khan not Nick Khan, Tony Khan wants to be champion, basically. That's a favourite. That's why.
His longest title reign was 4.5 months.
Chris Statlander is JCJ, there you go.
I don't go that far.
I would.
Yeah, in terms of championship run, yeah. I was going to say that or, annoyingly, Dana Brooke.
No, but I won't even go that far either. I was going to be on about that.
Well, she is just as mid as champion, so...
I thought you were going to say Madison Rayne.
No, because Madison Rayne was a good champion.
Tony Khan hasn't got a clue what to do. Simple.
I also blame Statlander because she's lazy as fuck.
Or maybe Nikki ASH. She was another awful championship.
Oh, God almighty, that was horrible. I've never felt so disgusted in Scottish people, and then fucking Joe Hendry came along.
Wow.
Anyway, FTR versus the one-arm gang. Sorry, Mark Davis and Jake Doyle.
Do you know what's funny about FTR?
They're dead.
They're bald.
No.
One of them
Every time they work with somebody's injured.
Yeah.
So it happened to the Guns.
Mm-hmm.
It happened to these two now.
Are you gonna?
When people say FTR are the best tag team in the world, it's incorrect because you have people.
Are you trying to imply that FTR are unsafe?
Yep. FTR unsafe. Yep.
Define unsafe. Go on. I want to hear this.
Well, he's basically saying because they're conveniently injured. It's almost if he's saying they deliberately injure people.
It's almost like he doesn't realize that it takes more than one person to get injured in a match. Like, it's not all on FTR.
I think it is. It's in stages, though. Guns, these.
Yeah, but look at what they also do to themselves. Like, FTR can't protect everyone all the time.
Plus, the both are stiff as fuck, aren't they, when they're working?
Nothing wrong with being a stiff worker. Just ask Bret Hart.
Well, if you ask Bret Hart, he'll tell you about Bill Goldberg.
Yeah. But then again, though, Bret Hart was a stiff worker, but Bret Hart never injured anybody.
That's true.
Safest worker in wrestling. Ever.
FTR boring anyway.
I wouldn't say they're overly boring, but what I will say about FTR that doesn't go against them is they're far too traditional. I feel like they want to honor old tradition and they don't want to change it. And I get that, but when they try to, and they have tried it, they only try it with teams they feel comfortable with, like, for example, the Bucks. I wouldn't say Rosemary sucked, but her run wasn't particularly good. But then again, though, if you look at the Crave at the time, fucking even Tessa Blanchard's Knockouts title reign was shit. And she was the best they had at that time. Injuries are not all in one person, but they are a common denominator matches with injuries, but in matches with injuries that is telling as well. The other thing as well, though, is you can't just realistically blame them for it, because what if they're just injured? And FTR just happens to just
make
note of it. That doesn't mean that they're unsafe, though. It just means that because they're so physical that you are more likely to be exposed by your own pain. Is that a fair thing to say?
Yeah.
Because that could well be the thing as well, though. Who knows? There was a stupid backstage segment, and I'm sorry I have to bring this up. Wheeler Yuta, God almighty, and Orange Cassidy, arguing before Tony Storm and Rina Shafir arrived, and it set up a mixed tag match. This is horrible.
No Yuta hate.
He is crap. I'm sorry, but he is fucking boring. Same with Daniel Garcia. The only difference, though, at least, and I'll say this nicely, at least Wheeler Yuta could turn it around if he gets away from Daniel Garcia.
He was fine.
Daniel Garcia and Wheeler Yuta, your next AEW Men's Tag Team Champions.
No.
Don't be doing that to Reece have a heart attack or something. Why don't you just... I've got a good idea to even... I've got a good idea, though. I've got a good idea for Wheeler Yuta I've got a good idea for Wheeler Yuta and Daniel Garcia. When there's a Forbidden Door coming up, AEW Trios Champions, just to eliminate Reece and Josiah's freaking mental state, why don't you just chuck in Shota Umino in there and then we've got a Trios? AEW World Trios Champions. Shota Umino, Wheeler Yuta, Daniel Garcia. Heart attacks are going to start any minute now. Just give them a second.
Not even going to give you the satisfaction, though.
I'll just drink my Pepsi instead. Okay. Main event time, and in the nicest way, really good main event. And yes, that is very true. Although she had that title on and off like ODB had her clothes on.
Victoria, don't you mean Tara?
Yeah, that's what she. Yeah, she's just like that. Yeah, she was really good. The problem is she just kept having hot potatoes with the title, even though she shouldn't have. Andrade in trunks, so Catherine got to eye a few things.
Oh, I've got to meet him in person before. He's really nice looking.
You think everyone's nice looking?
Not really. No. She thinks. Not really. She thinks I'm ugly, which is completely true. Anyway,
I'm just saying, Andrade is really nice looking in person.
Just remember, it's not me saying this.
Andrade, L-E-W.
What's illustrated?
So you know what they say about opinions? They're like assholes. Everybody's got one.
Mm-hmm.
Everyone has one, and most people are one.
No, but let me add to this phrase. I've got a new one, just for you, Catherine. Opinions are like assholes. Everyone's got one, but yours is breached all the time by Hangman Page.
No. Yours could be by Ash.
That's not physically possible, though.
Yes, it is, and I don't need to explain how.
Skjuta in.
So moving on, Reese. We're talking about the Swerve match.
Andrade wins Swerve, beat Swerve, which is a good call for me.
It was a really good one. Yeah, I liked the result.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, it could have gone either way.
Mm-hmm.
Would you say Andrade is a main eventer in your eyes for the world title?
I mean, he's been a main eventer for me for the longest time. It's just, it seems that only one company truly understands that he's a main eventer. The other decide to have him be told, oh, by the way, can you go and get nuggets with that?
Or let's just pair him with a Mexican because he's a Mexican. Which is fucking stupid.
Or sticking with Carmelo Hayes because he's apparently got talent, but we all know that he absolutely does not. I thought this...
pair him with Ray Phoenix that has a brother, but you won't pair him with these actual brother. Let's just pair him with Andrade.
I did like also as well the best thing about this match. What's up, Juggle? The best thing about this match isn't even the result. It's what happens during the match. Someone finally knocked that horse-faced bitch to the mat.
Dude, no.
It felt so good to see someone push Aubrey Edwards.
Oh, Aubrey Edwards.
It felt so good to see that. The only thing Andrade should have done is he should have DDT'd her. At that point, Catherine would have celebrated wildly.
Well, I mean, if you follow me on Twitter, you will see my avatar on Twitter is when Taya Valkyrie had Aubrey Edwards up and was ready to face plant her on the mat, and they stopped her.
That is very, very true. I did like this. I liked the ending as well in terms of like it showed everybody who's a main eventer was visible.
And it also feeds the storyline of Andrade and Kenny Omega now, since they'll be facing each other.
Yeah.
But AEW don't tell stories.
Yeah, that's what I got asked on Twitter about a couple of months ago. AEW did know what to do with Andrade and all this bullcrap. Well, last night you just shown that Tony Khan can actually tell stories.
Why is he
gone? Andrade's got a busy few weeks coming up.
He does.
I think he's going to beat Gage.
He'll be in LA tomorrow night for Hog, I believe.
He's
wrestling the Amazing Red. I might have to stay up and watch that.
He is confirmed wrestling Amazing Red, and I believe it's the main event. Or it's around the main event.
I pay for Triller, might as well use it.
Yep. I think he's either the main event or he's the semi-main event. He does have New Beginning coming up. He does have... Well, that depends on if he... Yeah. He has all of this, and honestly,
CMLL soon as well.
He has CMLL.
Probably he's in the He's in the the Grand Slam Australia thing.
He is. Well, he has to win to get to it.
Well, he will probably because Kenny Omega. The way Kenny Omega's going, he can afford to take this loss and still be in contention.
I agree. I completely agree. Nonetheless, though, it does look exciting, but I'm going to reiterate the same thing I do.
Have we even thought about the possibility within the next year or two that both Kenny Omega and the Young Bucks could be retiring?
Yeah.
Yep. We've been preparing ourselves for Kenny retiring for years now.
They'll probably focus on wrestling school called Pro Wrestling Guerrilla.
Well, it's not a pro wrestling school. The Young Bucks said they're just going to buy it. Okay.
Yeah, the Young Bucks will buy it and then they'll start booking themselves on it. 1,000-day reign as PWG Tag Team Champions.
Do you know actually who is the PWG Tag Team Champions now, for a laugh?
I don't watch PWG.
Brody King and Malachi Black, but they have to vacate them when they come back.
I generally haven't watched PWG in I can't remember the last time I watched it.
And the PWG World Champion now is Daniel Garcia.
That's probably why. I did know he won it. I knew he won it a while ago.
He won the Battle of the Los Angeles as well.
Yeah, I haven't watched it in a long time. Unfortunately, because I looked up a poll. I saw something that came on my news feed. This is the last one I'm going to say tonight before we wrap up. I found a post I actually really do like, but unfortunately, on the same thing beside it is a JCW Lunacy Watch Along hosted by Vince Russo.
Right.
I mean, he follows me on Twitter, but this has nothing to do with him. But this is the last thing I want to bring up tonight. And I want everyone to see it because finally someone in a promotion, not AEW, has said something nice about Tommaso Ciampa. And about presenting people as stars. So maybe someone needs to send this to Jimmy Corderas. He might disagree with the opinion though.
He'll probably block you for sending it to him.
Look at this. This is Nick Nemeth on praising.
Oh, I saw this. Yeah.
He is praising their booking.
I will say this about Nick Nemeth being on Busted Open.
He's actually really good.
He doesn't fall into the
Bully Ray bullshit.
David LaGreca.
Yeah, where it's all WWE good, AEW bad.
Yeah, he's like
the most unbiased host on there.
Yeah, he just talks.
Do you know who's going to be on Busted Open in a couple of weeks?
And also, you are correct, Catherine. That could mean anything.
Because he's going to be on Busted Open in a couple of weeks.
What?
Who?
Your favourite podcaster.
JD from New York?
Yep.
Oh, wow.
No wonder that podcast is shit. And
there's Bully Ray, Tommy Dreamer, and JD all on that podcast.
I don't mind Tommy Dreamer, I just don't like the other two.
Tommy Dreamer's one of the worst bookers I've ever seen. He's
he's
an alright guy, but as a booker, he's horrible as fuck. Further proof why I'm not watching TNA live tonight, even though it's on it anyway. It's Stacks versus Hometown Man on tonight's Impact.
Oh my god, yes! What a great fucking match that is.
So not only do you have to see BDE, but you have to see Stacks as well.
Yep.
Oh, DB's probably in backstage fucking playing his WWE 2K for about a week and then getting off it and then playing on it again.
No, he's now promoting TNA on his YouTube channel apparently, which I find absolutely hilarious. Even though he's never done it before.
Play the game constantly and get some out of it.
But I do like this. Like, this is really good stuff from Nick Nemeth.
And this is how a veteran should be acting.
Is he still the most wanted, Nick Nemeth? Or is that
still the most wanted, yeah. For me, he is, if you want to look at who genuinely does sell and take bumps, he is the best in the business for me at that.
I liked his New Japan stuff when he won the global title. That was good.
Yeah, so did I. The global title, then he won the AAA Mega Championship, then TNA World title and the tag titles. Like, he will be TNA World Champion again by the summer.
Yeah.
And to be fair,
we're getting Clark Connors on Collision Saturday.
No, Clark Connors is going to AEW.
Yeah, that's true.
Why?
Yeah, I've seen on the Discord of everybody wanting why he's not in whatever tournament New Japan's having.
It's because of Tekla.
Exactly.
He wants to see his missus.
Her exact words, former tag team partner.
Clark Connors.
Again, good relationship.
You know what they should be called? Hung Spiders.
And on that note, and just for that, folks, it is absolutely time to end for this evening. Closing comments, folks?
I'm sorry that we couldn't get to 2.5 hours, but I'm sure after that comment you can understand why.
To be fair, it's only an hour and a half. There's not much to say in 90 seconds anyway.
I guess so. Well, I guess thank you to Catherine for actually joining us.
Yes.
That's always a pleasure.
Absolutely.
Thanks for the invite, gentlemen.
You're welcome. You are welcome on here tomorrow as well, because there's a third show in a row.
Yep.
Because I will technically be on it, but I won't be...
He won't be speaking or endorsing. He'll just be writing names in designated spaces.
Yes,
so he's basically going to be producing, and Josiah's going to be the lead co-host. And then when Josiah can't be on, it falls to Temple. That's how.
It can go to you and then Temple.
The name of the podcast is Three Guys. I'm not a guy. Last time I checked.
But he can't. But we've seen that he can't be trusted. So you've been promoted.
Really not can't be trusted.
Because we've got evidence.
Evidence of what? Like
of you being a muppet.
So anyway, my last comment. AEW Dynamite was decent.
I didn't do anything. I swear, I didn't do anything.
And no, Temple will not be world champion within the few months.
This show is going to be about all of us. Exactly. I'm just going to be here. Basically, I'm not. I'll probably sell like this for the whole show.
Damn, that's the best you've ever looked, Reece.
Shut your bitch ass up.
Love you. You're my favorite Scottishman.
I'm the only Scottish person you know.
Shit, you mean the Highlander don't count? Oh yeah, it's a fictional character. Fuck.
There you go.
I did see the new pictures of Henry Cavill as the Highlander.
He's not
don't you know Joe Hendry? He counts. He's Scottish.
Unfortunately.
No, Joe Henry doesn't count.
He probably does, Maria. But then again, he has the exact same for other people. But yeah, I didn't kick Temple out. I don't know what happened.
Lost connection. He had his internet service is wacky.
Can we kick Temple out?
His service is nervous.
I mean, he needs to be popped to in.
He needs to be nicer to the host.
He needs to be neutered.
Damn dog. Jason Momoa as Lobo looks good, though. I wish he kept the full red eyes. I agree with that. I will talk about that one day. But I wonder what... Actually, you know what? I've got a third monitor here. Whilst you guys are talking, I will just game in the background, but I'll keep holding the predictions. I will be here. I'll be...
I guess that works.
What time is the show tomorrow?
I'm working from home, so about 7 p.m. UK time. So 7:30. Josiah, what suits you?
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I guess 7:30 works. I don't know when SmackDown ends, but I don't really care.
I know. Well, Jamie wants to be on.
If you have the trusty VPN, you can watch it at 12.
I mean, I'm in the UK, so I can watch it when it's on.
Yeah, so you should be able to watch it. It would be 12 Eastern time in the United States, or whatever.
So for me, I think that's 5 p.m. 6, 5 p.m. It's 5.
Yeah, it's 5 p.m.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, something like that.
The time zones are always a tricky thing.
No one's asking you to change. What are you talking about? Remove your mod. I'm not removing your mod. What are you talking about?
We love you, Temple.
What are you talking about?
Quitting on you.
Why on earth would we want... what? Don't overreact, man. What is going on with you?
Oh yeah, that is 12 is 5.
We like who you are. We don't want you to change. If we wanted you to change, we'd reprogram you.
I mean, you do have the power to do that, to be fair.
I missed him after the show. I think it's just a little bit misconstrued. I'm not removing his moderating text. Not happening. I'll message him after this. Right. Anyway.
He's just into his feels right now.
Exactly.
We love you.
He's asked for his release and it's been denied, like Vince McMahon in his prime life.
Yeah, he's a good guy. We're not doing that.
He's just on his period. Leave him alone. He's emotional.
Why on earth would we want to get rid of Temple anyway? Like I say, he's part of this. He's part of this. I'm not getting rid of Temple. Never will. He needs to relax a little bit. Oh, Grapple Clips put up a clip of RVD versus Amazing Red at House of Glory 11 years ago. Nice.
Has RVD wrestled recently?
I haven't seen him wrestle in 2 years.
I think the last time I seen him wrestle was in AEW when he teamed with Hook.
Yeah, there we go. What's he saying? He left the Jeez.
What?
He left and chopped back in. I'm putting in. I'm actually going to say it right now in the chat.
I told you his service was nervous. That's why it kicked him out.
Service was. The only thing he needs to change is his network provider.
Evidently.
Yeah. If he thinks we're going to get rid of him, it's not happening. But yes. Sees tomorrow. We're bouncing.
No, the Rumble starts at 6, Dad.
Yeah. Certainly does. See you later, folks. Thank you, Catherine.
Yeah. Take care.
Oh, wait, no. He's there.
Yeah.
Yo.
We're not getting ready, you pleb.
Change your internet, Dad.
Alright, we're not getting ready. It was just a wee joke. But tomorrow, you're on here.
If you're on Virgin Media, change to BT for him.
But you can't be on Virgin Media.
I'm on Virgin Media.
That's
my internet.
They are shit.
Change to BT because Virgin Media are horrendous.
Yeah, they're getting more and more worse.
To quote Okada, press the wrong button.
Yeah. We're back tomorrow. Rumble predictions.
Yeah.
Well, they are.
He'll be here, but not here.
I'll be sleeping with the fishes. See you later, folks. Thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe to us and TemplePlays, and check out the Mid Podcast for good articles as well. You know the score. Bye, bitches. And today, our time comes to an end. This has been another exciting stream. Thank you very much for watching. And also, remember, if you get cracked over the head with a Steelchair, you're not going to get concussion. You're just going to come back here.